Good evening and welcome to the Robinson Sports Network. I'm Chris Gay, your play-by-play commentator for this season, and we're joined by the new head coach of your Joe T. Robinson Senators, Coach Tyler Upgrove. Coach, congratulations on the new gig. I mean, you've been here 14 years. It's not like you're new to the program. It doesn't even feel like you're a rookie head coach, but how do you feel heading into your first season as a varsity head coach?
Man, it's exciting. Today was obviously our last real practice before Friday, and you can tell the energy's there, the angst is there with the kids, and it's been great. The kids have been great. I can't ask for much more from them, and then the coaching staff's been great too.
PA, first game of the season. I know this has been a long time coming. The possibility of beating them, and every year you guys are pretty optimistic. How do you feel coming into this one on Friday?
Man, we feel great about it. Obviously, you can't sit here and say, oh, we're going to beat them or we're going to do this because we haven't done it yet. Talk is cheap. That's kind of what we've talked to the kids about. I know there's been some mouthing going back and forth, which you kind of expect from 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, but we're excited about it. We know we have to play really well. They're a great program. I have nothing but respect for Coach Lucas and the rest of their coaches. They do a great job. They've continued the success after Coach Kelly, so it wasn't just a Coach Kelly thing. They've got great kids who play really hard, and their system is obviously, very different and nationally known. And so it's a great challenge early on. We've proven in the past you can get beat 61-7 by them and still go on to win a state championship. So obviously, it would be great at some point to get them. And we feel like we've got a great opportunity, but we still, we can't just roll the ball out there. We got to go execute and play.
Now, like you said, Coach Kelly, legendary head coach in Arkansas high school football, but so does Coach Escola. And I know you take over after, he's been here about 2 decades, and I know he's still here as the athletic director, but I'm curious, in your 14 years, I'm sure you're well aware of how Coach Escola coached and his philosophies. How do your styles of coaching philosophies, are they different than his? Are they the same?
I wouldn't even say there's not like a huge difference in philosophies and stuff. Offensively, I would like us to be more multiple. We got to put the ball in the air with the athletes we have. Coach Escola likes to throw the football, but at the end of the day, at his core, he's a wing T guy, loves power. So we're still going to run the football because great offense has got to be able to run the ball to throw it around a little bit. If anything, the biggest difference is probably I'm 37 years old. He's 55. And he's worked here. He's been in education for 30-plus years and been at Robinson for 26, 27. So if anything, there's just a new energy from the change. Not anything to do with Coach Escola or anything like that, but I'm a little younger, a little more energetic. Our staff is, pretty young, and I think that was the biggest thing that I challenged them with is just bring energy. Like today, if you're at practice, we got music on Tuesday and Wednesdays, just trying to find something, a little bit of a spark to get the kids going.
Now, speaking of passing, you have probably, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I think you guys have the best receiving core in the state. You have Hakeem Frampton coming from Los Angeles. You have Braylon Brown coming up from the freshman squad. And then you have Josiah Warrior Benson. Not even to mention Trey Petty, Kyron Grimes, Jaden Todd. Do you guys have the best receiving core in the state?
I feel really good about them. The biggest thing is it's not – last year it was kind of the Melo show, and Melo did a great job. We were so happy to have him. This year you can't key in on one guy because there's 4 or 5 that are going to make you hurt. I've kind of said all offseason this is probably the most talented group of skilled kids we've had. It's not necessarily – or not really talented, but the best group of skilled kids because, we've had years where we had, guys like Nathan Page, Miles Fells, and guys like that on a team that all went and played Division I football. Well, we have, I think, 6 or 7, FCS, FBS guys on this group. But more importantly, we have some other guys who may be D2 guys, but they're really good football players. And the depth is really the thing for me. And you have a guy like Hakeem who can take the top off. You got a big receiver like Josiah that can do that if he needs to, but he's great at catching, making a tough catch. Kyron's great in the slot. He can take the top off. He can be really good in the screen game. And the biggest thing is we have depth. We did not have that last year at all. So if a guy's, Keem and Kyron are coming off of a series of defense where they played 14 or 15 plays, we don't have to go, okay, you got to go right back out there on offense, because we have other guys that we feel good about that can play in those roles as well.
Now, of course, to have great receivers sometimes, you got to have a great quarterback. First-year starter, Reese Simpson. How do you feel about him coming into the role?
We're excited about Reese. Our biggest thing with him, I've seen a huge jump from 9th to 11th grade, which is what you want to see. Last year, 9th grade, his arm strength just wasn't there yet. He still had, great weapons because he had Jaden, Kyron, and Braylon Brown then. In 9th grade, he was just kind of a facilitator. It wasn't much centered around him. This year, I told him at practice today, we don't need you to make, I don't need you to be Patrick Mahomes, but I need you to just facilitate the offense, get the ball out when it's supposed to get out. Don't make dumb plays, which he did that some over the summer, but that's part of his development. We have to understand that he's going to make mistakes. And I've actually been really impressed with the receiving corps and with how they've handled him when he does make mistakes. It's not a bunch of guys jumping on him or getting after him. Mistakes are made. Let's move on.
Yeah, and I know that offensive line is pretty strong. Of course, Dominio Patterson will be the anchor, but not only is he the anchor of the O-line, but of the D-line as well. But that is looking on paper, incredible defense. One guy that I want to talk about first is Jackson Redmond, who I know used to play for the Bruins. I know is a huge pickup in the summer. Tell me a little bit about him.
Jackson's a great player. He had, I think, 6 sacks against us last year. So on his way to 16 or 17 sacks. So it's really great to have him in black on Friday night and not, white, navy, and gold. The biggest thing with Jackson is he's such a smart kid. His first or second day here, he was on the board with our coordinators, and he picked up the defense so fast. He was kind of more in a pass rushing role for the most part last year. This year, he's going to get to play a traditional linebacker, which it's taken some time to get him that. He's done a great job with it, and we're also going to let him go and get faster because he's, again, really good at that, and he's a great teammate.
Well, he's playing with another great teammate.
And good evening and a welcome to the Robinson Sports Network, presented by Natural State Sports. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Chris Gay, joined by my color analyst, Will Stafford, and we cannot be more excited, for we are finally here. It is Senator football time as your Joe T. Robinson Senators host their arch rivals, the Pulaski Academy Bruins. Will this be the year where the Senators can break their losing streak against the 7A Pulaski Academy Bruins? Only time will tell. Actually, 4 quarters will tell us for sure. And Will, I think I can speak for you. We're pretty excited about some Robinson football.
Oh my goodness, am I excited about this team. This is one of the most talented This is one of the most talented group of players I've ever seen on a field at one time. We have so many people we can highlight, but it's already time for kickoff, Chris.
It's time for kickoff, and it's going to be the starting kicker, William Tate, will be kicking off here for the Senators. 2 Bruins back to receive. The Senators in the gray uniforms with the black helmets. The Bruins in the white jerseys with the gold helmets. And the 2025 season has commenced. They're going to take it up to the right side, spins out of a tackle, and is tackled out of bounds. So that will be the first play of the 2025 season for your Senators and the Bruins, as the Bruins will have the football first. And, of course, the Bruins, always known for a team that has pretty good quarterback play.
Absolutely.
They had Brandon Cobb last year, accounted for 5,000 total yards of offense. It's going to be a little bit different this year with a new starting quarterback, William Sabota, who had been their wide receiver, their star receiver last year. Over 1,000 yards receiving, has not played quarterback since the 5th grade. So we'll see how he does here. Sabota, he's going to step back, he's going to run. Oh, he's looking to pass downfield and a little bit too much in front of his wide receiver. That was number 7, Mason Greathouse, he was eyeing. It's pretty good coverage. Hey, the Bruins are going to go fast. Yeah, they're going to go fast. We'll see. Senators are lined up. Motion out to the left side.
It's intercepted.
Right away. It's Deuce Williams. Deuce, touchdown! Senators! Second play of the game is a pick six for your Senators. What a way to start the 2025 season. Oh, my goodness.
And what's incredible is Deuce Williams is one of those many players we could have
One of
highlighted. What an unbelievable way to start this season. What an unbelievable way to continue this rivalry, because this, honestly, Chris, is probably the best chance Robinson has had in a really long time to beat PA, especially under year one of Coach Tyler Upgrove.
Absolutely. That is what Coach Up has told us. And yes, it is Tyler Upgrove's first season as the head coach of the Senators after taking over for Todd Escola, who steps down after about 2 decades as a head coach. And extra point is up and good. That's William Tate on the extra point, and that was Lennox Campos, the starting defensive end, on the hold.
And let me just say, that man that just got the pick six is also the starting running back, the star running back for this Senators team. I'm telling you, this is one of the most talented teams we've ever seen.
Absolutely. Deuce Williams plays both ways. He's a great running back, accounted for 442 rushing yards a year ago and 11 rushing touchdowns. Actually, 14 total offensive touchdowns, and that's a guy that he already had a touchdown, 2 touchdowns on defense last year. And frankly, we're not too surprised. So the Senators, a little hyped, and I got to say, I really like these light gray jerseys.
Oh, my goodness.
Did not see them last year. I think this may be their debut. So, hey, I hope to see them again as William Tate.
I love some black on gray, man.
Exactly. Well, 11:28 left to play in the first quarter, and we've already seen some fireworks going on here. This has been an incredible start.
The offense hasn't even touched the field.
Exactly. In Coach Up's first game as a varsity head coach, you can't ask for a better start.
No, absolutely not. And you give players like the new starting quarterback, Reese Simpson, some more time to hang out, kind of figure out what he needs to be doing against this. And I think that first drive as well is going to be a very, as the ball goes for a touchback, it's going to be –
Actually, it's going to be right there inside the 5.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. But I think one of the things that we saw in that first drive by the Bruins is this is a small offensive line. It put Zabota under pressure immediately. You saw him scramble in the first play. They rushed the second play. It leads to a pick six through Deuce Williams. It's going to be interesting to see how this O-line adjusts.
And I was wrong. That was a touchback as the football will start out at the 20-yard line on the left hash. PA going fast. 2 receivers on either side, running back to his right. It's Sabota, the quarterback. He hands off. It's Walker. Walker has a seam to the sideline. Maybe got a yard there. Knocks over some camera guys. Hope everybody's all right, but it's going to be a physical ball game for sure between these 2 rivals.
And Javion Walker is probably going to be the one to watch for this Bruins offense. I mean, you're looking at 369 yards just last year, 4 touchdowns in 2024. So this kid, we're going to probably see him get a lot more touches.
So Boda looking to get away. He's going to take it. He's looking for blockers downfield. The ball was loose, but it did go out of bounds, so it's Bruin football still. And they do get the first down, I'm pretty sure. Let's see where they mark him. Yeah, that will be a first down. So the first down of the game for either team, and it goes to the Bruins.
Very fast-paced.
Oh, interesting formation here. 3 offensive linemen. That's kind of how 8-man football is played right here, except maybe not the 4 guys on the left side. But they're going to have to be a little bit unorthodox with their play this year. So Boda chased, throwing another deep ball, sails over the head of his receiver.
And you kind of expect this type of performance to start out a game when you're coming. I mean, you talked about it just a little bit. Sabota is coming off of a wide receiver season, and he's getting pushed into this quarterback scene for the first time since he was in 5th grade. So you're going to kind of expect a little bit of jitters here.
Now, he is a baseball commit at the University of Central Arkansas. Baseball players, pretty good passers as he throws a dot right there. It's a short gain. Let's see who his receiver target was. That was number 13, Chase Hancock, who had a great summer and a great spring. Recently picked up an offer from Appalachian State. 2 receivers either side. Walker to his right. Sabota by himself and tipped, almost picked off. Great hands by Jackson Redmond and
That's another,
almost a pick by Kyron Grimes.
That's another highlight player right there. That's Jackson Redmond coming from PA to Robinson just this past year. He was more of a headhunter, as I like to call it. Had 16 sacks, all year last year, which was, I believe, the most in the state. So, I mean, this kid's going to be unbelievable. And, I mean, he's going against his former alma mater.
Exactly. He was a PA great, not only 16 sacks last year, 34 tackles for loss at Sabota, looking to go outside. He gets it, a quick pass to his receiver, that's Gittens, who's yanked out of bounds, but it will be a first down and more for the Bruins.
And that's going to kind of have to be how Sabota plays a little bit, right? He drew off a couple of cornerbacks there, took off Deuce Williams for just enough time to get that pitch off.
Sabota and Gittens got hammered there, but he did drop the pass. Will be 2nd and 10 now. The Bruins can finally take a second to catch their breath. 3 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left. Running back on the left side of Sabota. Man in motion. Reverses back. It's Gittens. Got plenty of time on the play clock. Now it's Gittens again in motion. It's going to be a handoff to the running back. Good hole up the middle. What a run! It's Walker, and he's going to go out of bounds. Didn't want to take the hit there.
And I don't blame him, but again, that's a big reason why Walker is going to be the one to watch. He's able to find the holes that, honestly, not many would be able to. He's got small, and he's very agile.
Sabota. Man coming off the edge, that's got to be a hold right there, and he's going out of bounds. No flags on the play, no penalties yet in this ball game. But I will say, one of the things that is pretty glaring with this Bruin offensive line, it's one of the smallest offensive lines we've seen from the Bruins, and this is a team that traditionally has smaller position groups. So we'll see how they do in 7A this year when they go up against a powerhouse like a Bryant or a Conway. Walker up the middle, and he got hit hard, but he goes down. He is short, just short of the first down marker. It will be 3rd and maybe inches.
And you can see Jaden Todd trying to go for that poke with the extra hit, but not able to quite get it out. It's going to be really hard to rip it from Walker.
So far, the Bruins are rolling here. 3 receivers on the right side, 2 on the left. Empty backfield. Sabota communicating to his receivers. He takes the snap. Looking, he's under pressure. He's got to escape. He's under a lot of pressure, and he was looking for Gittens. Couldn't get it to him, and it will be 4th down.
No, that's actually going to be 2nd down. They called that first down just before it was snapped.
Oh, I wasn't paying enough attention. Okay, well, thank you, Will. That's why I have you here. Well, again, a little bit more time for the Bruins to catch their breath.
And I think that this is probably going to be kind of the recipe for success on defense for Robinson. You got to force Sabota to try and get him out of the pocket a little bit because he is brand new. You want to try and force him to make mistakes.
And that pass sailing over his receiver's head. He's looking a lot for Bryce Gittens a lot. Of course, Gittens really didn't do a ton last year, though was a pretty solid receiver. That's 74 total yards, receiving yards, 10 catches, so he's getting a lot more attention so far, and that is the junior Bryce Gittens, number 9. He's in the slot now on the left side.
It's a 3rd and long.
Gittens lines up at running back. Man in motion. Fake handoff. Sabota. It's Walker. That's Gittens. Bryce Gittens just walks into the end zone untouched. Great blocking by that Pulaski Academy offensive line. And suddenly this game is very close to being knotted up. The Bruins are on the board for 6.
That's if PA tries to go for a field goal here. You don't see them get extra points many times. You see,
not often.
PA is very famous for running up the score as much as humanly possible. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to go for 2 here.
Empty backfield again for the Bruins. Man in motion. It's Mitchell. It's a toss to Mitchell in the backfield. He's looking to pass. It's going to be a flag on the play. It may be on the offense. And a big hit there.
I believe it was a hold on the far sideline.
Now we'll see what the call is. That was Jaden Todd on the stop. It was holding on the offense. So the score will remain 7-6 with 9:13 left in the ball game as the Bruins will kick off. Of course, if you know anything about Pulaski Academy football, they don't really go for field goals. They don't really go for extra points. It's 2-point conversions all the time after they score, and on kickoffs,
It's onside kicks.
it's always onside kicks. That is what they've been famous for. When Coach Kelly was their head coach several years ago, Anthony Lucas, now in his 6th season as a head coach of the Bruins, he's picked up that same philosophy, and so far it's worked out pretty well. And, of course, they don't punt, too. They don't punt either. They throw a lot of touchdowns. They don't need to punt much, but we'll see. It's always a tough matchup against the Senators year after year. Senators, of course, looking that this is hoping their first win against the Bruins in the 12 matchups now that they've been trying to beat them since they were no longer conference foes.
And it looks like it is going to be an onside kick here, so which we aren't not surprised, but I am a little sad we don't get to see the little bit of Frampton out there.
It's Landon O'Donnell, and it goes. It's a high bounce, and he held on. Oh, my goodness. How did he hold on to the football? The Bruins get the football back and are suddenly in the scoring position.
And it has to be frustrating as a coach, right? Because you can only do so much on an onside kick.
Well, but you know it's coming.
Right, absolutely.
And they still get it. The Bruins have perfected recovering onside kicks. That's why they don't do a traditional kickoff. And Landon O'Donnell, he's pretty solid at those, has quite a few himself over his 2 years now as the, I guess you could still call him starting kicker for the Senators. For the Bruins. And now, actually, the football will be at the 45-yard line. So they are still in Robinson territory as Sabota comes back out at quarterback, and we're going to have a timeout by the Senators. Well, while we're having a brief timeout here, Will, I know, obviously, those of you that watched the stream last year, I'm back as the play-by-play commentator. But, Will, this is your first time doing football, color commentating.
Yeah.
You were with me at the Central Tiger Sports Network doing Little Rock Central basketball, but now you're with me at the Senator Robinson Sports Network. Goodness. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Oh, actually, I know about you. We've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
Tell the audience about yourself.
So my name is Will. I'm a huge gamer, but I came out of A-State. I'm an alum of A-State, which we will talk about a little bit about connections to A-State with the Senator team here very soon. I have a lot of connections to Robinson. I have a lot of family that goes here. I do have my very tiny cousin. She's only 6. I'm sorry, but only 6. She says 28-2 Senators. It's not quite possible anymore. But the 28 is still very possible for the Senators.
It is absolutely. That is her prediction. We'll see if she can hit the magic number of 28. And for Senator fans and for your little cousin, let's hope the Bruins stay at 6. For Sabota and company, lined up here, 4 men in motion. Going on the either side, it's Sabota looking to pass. And in the backfield and swallowed up.
Yeah.
5-yard loss.
Tackle for a loss. That's exactly what you need to do against this Bruins offense, because the only way you're going to get this ball back, unless you get an onside kick recovery, you have to stop them on all 4 downs, because they will go for it as well. So it's going to be very important that you, as I said just a few minutes ago, that you pressure Savota as much as possible, and then slowly but surely, you should get the ball back theoretically.
Sabota looking left. Now he's looking right. Trying to get around the defense. Throws it up and then throwing it out of bounds. And it will be 3rd and 15 now for the Bruins.
He's very lucky somebody was there, because that would have been a lot of yards lost there.
Well, Caleb Smith, the senior defensive end, was the first one to break free from the Bruin O-line. And he's a guy that we should expect to see a lot this year coming off the edge. He's on that left side as a man is in motion for the Bruins. Empty backfield. Smith trying to get around his man, and nice tackle by Aiden Scott, the defensive end, getting a lot of time for the first time this season.
Not a single player coming off the field. And that's something we'll highlight for just about the first quarter or second quarter. But these guys don't kick. The Bruins do not kick the ball ever.
Yeah, so it's going to be 4th and 14, and they are still going to go for it here. It's right at the, actually maybe 4th and, yeah, it's still 4th and 14. Right at the Senator 49-yard line. Wow. Wait a second. Whoa. All right, so suddenly the Bruins get 10 yards?
I did not hear what it was.
Well, I didn't even see a flag. All right, well, it's still 4th down.
No, it's going to be a replay 3rd down.
Okay, maybe it's third. All right, okay. So it's suddenly 3rd and 4 for the Bruins, lined up at the 39. Sobota hands off to his running back. It's Walker. That's going to be a Bruin first down. I believe, yeah, it will be. He was tackled by a couple of different Senators. I will also note, star receiver. Of course, we have not seen the Senator offense yet, and we are really wanting to see that. Sobota tossed to his running back and grabbed up, and guess who that is? Josiah Warrior Benson, the star receiver, the University of Central Arkansas commit, getting some time at linebacker, it seems like, and that was a great tackle by the receiver.
Yeah, that was I saw him practicing as a linebacker just a couple days ago, right on this field. He is very, very go-get him at all times.
No flags on the field. There was an extra man for the Senators, was not called, and that was a hard hit out of bounds. That was Sobota just kind of jogging up the sideline. I mean, I know this is a guy playing quarterback for the first time, but he should know if you're still in bounds and just jogging, the defense can do pretty much whatever you want. You're not a quarterback in that moment. 3rd and short for the Bruins. Sobota looking over the middle and can't find his man. That brings up 4th down. Of course, it's never one of those 3-and-out situations when you're playing the Bruins. It is always 4 downs you have to play against these squads.
And I think against this Robinson offense, which hopefully we'll get to here soon, it's very difficult. I feel that it's going to be very difficult for the Bruins to stop how strong this receiving core is on the Senators' side. So going for it is going to be their best option.
Sobota, he's going deep. He's got a man open for the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. That is Javion Walker, the star running back. Only had 1 touchdown last year as a receiver. Now he's got his first one of the year. The Bruins strike again. Well, that was definitely a defensive lapse. Yep. It seemed like everybody was covered up on the field except Walker, who just was right in the middle, barely touched.
And to be honest, the Bruins have had a couple plays like that where seems like some motion kind of messes with Robinson's defensive setup, and they find the cracks. And so far, Sobota has been very good at finding them.
Sobota looking, man wide open in the end zone. 2-point conversion is converted. That was number 13, Chase Hancock, finding his way into the end zone for the first time tonight. So just like that, 14-7 with the Bruins up on top by a touchdown. Now we'll see if the Senators can return or can recover an onside kick here. Otherwise, the Bruins will have the football for just about every possession.
I think in this case, the Senators need this severely for specifically the reason that this defense needs a little break. They've been on the field the entire game. The offense has not touched the field once. I'm looking for the Senators to be able to pick this one up.
Well, that's always the risk when the Bruins get the football first.
Yep.
Because you never know when your offense is going to go back out onto the field. I mean, obviously the Senators started off their scoring with a pick 6, courtesy of Deuce Williams. Then the Bruins, they got a touchdown. Then what did they do after that? They recovered an onside kick, and then they scored again. We'll see what they do here. It's Landon O'Donnell their star kicker, if you will. And straight to the Senators. They recover it. He's going to run up the sideline. Going.
That is Deuce Williams.
Touchdown, Senators. Deuce Williams. Hey, still no offensive possessions yet. We have still not seen the offense for the Senators, but now they have 2 touchdowns on the board. William Tate going out there to kick the extra point.
We promise you will see the offense by week 1. This is week 0. You will see them by week 1.
Yes, we can guarantee
guarantee that
against Jonesboro
oh,
at
you know
home.
What? Actually, we can see it by the second half.
Well, that's true. That's true. We will see it. Well, unless something happens. Yeah. So there's no guarantee we'll see the Senator offense this game. We really hope that we will, because this is an incredible group of playmakers. Deuce Williams, one of those. Of course, he's getting all of his points so far on special teams and on defense. That's exactly what happened against Jonesboro last year as well. Tate, extra point is up and good. So William Tate, perfect on the day, 2 of 2, as the Senators will be kicking off here.
I always have a special place in my heart for some kickers, but, I mean, we're looking at a Robinson kicker that has some history on this team as well. His older brother, who is now, I believe, a UCA commit, or actually plays for UCA now, used to be a Senator kicker as well. So,
and he was one heck of a kicker.
And they have another little brother coming up after William. So,
well, and they already have a solid backup kicker, Grant Treader. Coach Up says that Treader's leg is powerful. They are hoping to get his consistency a little bit under control, but William Tate, that's something he's strong at, as you've seen so far, right down the middle on 2 extra point attempts. He is consistent. They wanted to be a little bit stronger, but he's a pretty good soccer player, just like his brother John. So we'll see. Of course, soccer's in the spring. That's always good practice for a kicker.
And you know what this is already feeling like? And feeling like a more of a up ante is, I mean, if anybody tuned in last night to probably the best opening game you could ask for in high school football between Sylvan Hills and Maumelle.
That was, wow.
That's a 55-54. It's 28-28 at halftime. It's already 14-14, and we've been through about 5 minutes.
We saw some great quarterback play, some great defense in that game. Well, defense from like one player. There's a whole lot of offense elsewhere. But, of course, if you're a Senator fan, you will not. Wow. Oh, wow. So that may be the perfect kick. I don't know if that went inside the end zone or not. It might have gone out of bounds before. I can't tell. Okay, it looks like maybe it did look like it was going to be a touchback.
I thought it bounced out at the perfect spot.
I thought it bounced out at the inches yard line. Let's see. I'm taking a look at it. Can't really see from our angle, but that was a very good kick regardless. But the Bruins will get the football at the 20.
To be honest, this is kind of how you want to play against this Bruins offense.
Yeah.
Is you want to try and bury them as deep into the opposing red zone as possible. This kind of forces them to have to make plays because, again, they're going to go for it every 4th down. That's undoubted, right?
Yeah.
So if you can force them on a 4th down on their 40-yard line, I think you're in good cooking there.
All men in motion for the Bruins. 2 receivers on the right side, 3 on the left. Chase Hancock, who had the 2-point conversion just a few plays ago, he's in the slot. Man in motion, that is Greathouse. Sabota, he's looking to go deep. He's got his man brought down by Caleb Smith. What a play by the senior, and that's a guy that I really wanted to see more of last year. We're getting a pretty good amount of play from him right now.
Absolutely. That's a loss of about 4 there. Puts him on what I believe. Yeah, that's going to be the 16-yard line.
Yeah.
So that's a very good start to this drive for the Senators' defense.
2nd and 14 for the Bruins. Man in motion on the left side. That's Walker, the running back. Already has a touchdown today. Sabota trying to get out, and he just falls to the ground.
And the person that started that was Jackson Redmond. He pressured Sabota immediately, and it forced Sabota to try and scramble. And again, we come back to under pressure. Sabota is going to have to try and force himself to make plays, and so far he hasn't been able to do that too many times.
And that was big Dominio Patterson that grabbed his jersey briefly, and Sabota knew if he didn't go down, a 330-pounder would be on top of him, and that's probably, that's a safe choice. You're the quarterback. You need to stay healthy.
It's a business decision, as Richard Jefferson would say.
Business decision, exactly. 2 receivers either side for the Bruins. Running back to the left is Sabota. Sabota under pressure again outside. Was looking for his running back, just too far out in front of him. So the Bruins lacking a little bit of rhythm, and now it is 4th and 15.
This is exactly what I was talking about. You force them to sit back in the red zone, pressure Sabota as much as possible. Now they feel like they're forced to go for it. Now, they're not forced to, but that's how they play. And so now, you're sitting on now the 14-yard line. Backs against the wall. You have to go for something big, and the Senator defense knows that.
It's big play right here. Sabota looking, pressure coming. He's got to get away. He was looking for his man, broken up. That's going to be Hakeem Frampton. First time we called his name tonight. Breaking up that play, and that will be a turnover on downs. And finally, we can see the Senator offense out on the field.
Even if it's just for a couple plays, because they are already in the red zone.
Well, yeah, already in the red zone. You never know how it goes.
That's very true. That's very true.
Yeah.
But you mentioned Hakeem Frampton. We're going to see him on the field again here, I believe.
Yep,
yes,
there he is. Number 4 in gray, Hakeem Frampton. He's coming over from Los Angeles, California, and this is one of the best athletes in the South. Already has over 30 Division I offers, but also the big headliner tonight, Reese Simpson, coming out as your quarterback 1. He gets the snap, hands off, Deuce up the middle. It's going to be stopped pretty quickly. Might have gotten a yard or two, but Reese Simpson, who's played really last 2 years. He's not new to varsity. He's played a lot of JV ball, but he has played on varsity since he was a freshman. He is coming in. He was 13 of 23 for 173 passing yards last year. First career start on varsity. And Reese, just a junior, he's got a lot of talent. We'll see what he can do here. His first red zone opportunity as a starting quarterback outside. It's going to be Kyron Grimes. Grimes up the side. He reverses back. Defender got a leg. Yeah, there is a flag on the field. We'll see what the call is. But that was Kyron Grimes on the outside. Coaches have been raving about him and was holding on the offense. It will be a replay on second down. But not a great sign, just a hold or a penalty, second play of the drive.
Yeah, but you also got to remember that is the second play of the offense so far.
That's true.
Got to give them a little bit of time to maybe mesh in, just as we saw the Bruins do. So we'll see how they plan to play this. They're still in the red zone, so still a very real possibility.
Grimes, the receiver on the left side, Frampton on the right. It's going to be a run up the middle, or actually on the left side. Deuce Williams, he's got a seam to the end zone. He's going to take a touchdown. There's a flag on the field, but touchdown for Deuce Williams. If it stands, that is the third touchdown for Deuce Williams tonight in 3 different ways. We will see what the call is here.
But I'm not sure. I think it's going to go against Robinson
holding
here.
On the Senators. That is unfortunate. Would have loved to have seen Williams get a defensive, a special team, and an offensive touchdown tonight. Maybe we'll still get to see that as we see a couple new faces out on the field. Josiah Warrior Benson, star receiver, transfer from Maumelle. He's already committed to play football at the University of Central Arkansas. We saw him make some plays on defense, but he is a great wide receiver, standing at 6'3", 190 pounds. He is a jump ball threat. Simpson, right side, and dropped. It was actually, I believe that's actually Tank Reese out there, the starting linebacker, getting some time at receiver. He's played a little bit of running back in his time in his Senator career as well. But a lot of new faces on that offense for the Senators.
Now you are still within field goal range, so if you can't score here, which you would love to, you are in a very good position because a first down is possible without a touchdown here. So
it's 3rd and long. Simpson outside. It's going to be Reese up the side, and he's going to be taken down. It will be 4th down as they get back to the original line of scrimmage Actually, just a yard out in front of it. So it's 4th and 9. We'll see what they do here. They have a good kicker in William Tate, and that's exactly what's going to happen. The field goal unit will come onto the field for the Senators. It will be William Tate, his first shot at a field goal this year. He was 3 of 4 last year. His longest was 37.
And you're about 30 here.
Like I said, he's a pretty good soccer player himself. Had a bunch of goals on the soccer team, and it's right down the middle for William Tate.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
It was to the left.
Oh, goodness. I am so sorry. All right. William Tate, 0 of 1 to start the year from field goal range. We have an angle that made it look like it went right through the uprights.
And those are probably going to be the most important drives for the Senator team. You again, it feel like a broken record here, but they forced the Bruins to stay in their own red zone and couldn't convert. It's going to be really interesting to see how the Bruins take this, because they did not gain any yards on the last drive, lost 5 total, didn't gain any back.
On the right side, and Gittens went down immediately, and they're going to get Damon Sally on the tackle. Sally, a transfer from Little Rock Southwest High School, just down the road in Alexander. Sabota in motion, looking for his man. He's got it on the outside. It's going to be first. Oh, the ball comes free, and it rolls out of bounds before anybody could get to it, but it will be a Bruin first down.
It was just at the perfect spot where couldn't quite get to it. Neither player for Robinson. Somebody's going to go down now. That's going to be Kalen Norwood.
Yeah, that is Kalen Norwood, the freshman corner. He's down on the field. One of the PA trainers checking him out right now. His first year with the Senators. Well, as it stands, 3:18 left to play in the first quarter of action. Your score is 14-14 right now. It's been an interesting game so far. Senators have only had one offensive drive. Their scores have been off a pick six and off a return on special teams. And, of course, those were both courtesy of Deuce Williams. Want to see him find the end zone on the offensive side as well. And for the Bruins, they've been rolling. Yeah. Their offense is different than it has in years past. It's a lot more motion. It's a lot more running from the quarterback. But it's different, but it's working.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's working so far, 14 points already. You know, and I will say, as Kalen Norwood, he's all right. He's up on the field walking off on his own power. And he's a guy that the coaching staff has raved about. But this is a Bruin team that has made so many changes. They lost a lot of talent last year. I mean, they lost their quarterback, Brandon Cobb, over 4,200 passing yards, 48 passing touchdowns, about 900 rushing yards. He accounted for just over 5,000 yards of offense, and that's 5,000 yards of offense that the Bruins are missing. Of course, new quarterback, William Sabota, UCA commit for baseball, was pretty dang good receiver, was great last year, 87 catches, over 1,000 yards receiving, playing a totally new position for him now. And so far, he's been doing pretty well under the circumstances against a very good Senator defense. And, of course, interesting formation for the Bruins as they're going to go back to a 3-man offensive line right there. Flag immediately goes flying, and Smith and Campos on top of Sabota. We'll see what the call is, but Smith on the scene first.
Now, I'm going to say, I will say, what the Bruins are trying to do is try and throw off that defensive line, because, again, we've talked a little bit about the offensive line on the Bruins side as the call is about to come in here.
And it will be a penalty on the offense. Of course, the Senators will decline the penalty. It's 2nd and long after that sack by Caleb Smith and Lennox Campos.
And the Bruins, as I was saying, are trying to kind of mix up this defensive line so it gives Sabota more time, but it seems like the Senators have been a little too fast for him.
Handoff to the running back up the middle. The running's been working for him, and he is taken down. That was Javion Walker, their leading rusher, or their leading returning rusher from a year ago, and the Bruins going fast again. It's 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 to be exact. 3 guys on the left side, 1 on the right.
It's right back to the line of scrimmage, so.
They're taking some time now. Sabota takes the snap. It's to the running back. Running back up the left side. He's got to cut back, and he's taken down immediately. It was Javion Walker on the carry, and several different defenders on the play. I think Tank Reese, one of them, Campos as well.
And it seems that Robinson is starting to get a hold of what PA is trying to do here, right? You see how much they're being swarmed every time they try and get this little outside route that they're trying to get Walker in on. And it's starting to seem like Robinson is learning that.
4th and 12, actually 4th and 13 for the Bruins. So Boda looking, got a lane up the middle. He's still looking to throw. Running to the outside. It's 4th and long. They got to get something here. They don't. Josiah Warrior Benson on the stop. A flag on the field. We'll see what the call is. But for right now, that is a turnover on downs. It will be Senator football at about the 30-yard line. Let's see what the white hat has to say, though. And we'll be on the offense. Penalty is declined, and it is Senator football.
Now, you know the saying in basketball, you live and die by the 3. This is a very good example of you live and die by going for it, right? That forced Sabota again to try and make a play. There's nobody open, especially on a 4th and 15. That is a very difficult thing to get out of, especially when you're so deep into your own territory. It kind of forces you to go long, try and find something, and when you're Robinson, that's an easy cover, especially when you have players just like Hakeem Frampton who are going to be able to cover their man one-on-one every single time.
And it's going to be a Wildcat formation. It's Deuce Williams, and he got hit pretty hard, but he gets up maybe 4 or 5 yards right up the middle. And Reese Simpson heads back out onto the field. We haven't really seen him throw downfield much. He's, of course,
hasn't had the opportunity.
No, but Coach Upgrove has talked about they want him to be that facilitator. He doesn't need to be a Patrick Mahomes. He needs to be Reese Simpson. He needs to facilitate this offense. And that's exactly what Tyson Braden did last year. It's why he's such a great quarterback. Fake handoff. He's got to get it off to somebody, and ball went free. It's on the ground. Ball is dead, but Dominio Patterson almost had a catch. Of course, the defensive line almost had a catch. So that was almost a disaster. Defender came unblocked off the left side. And now the Senators are going to send an extra blocker. That's Aiden Scott, who's already made some plays on the defensive side, but is really getting his first opportunity as a halfback or a tight end or fullback, however you want to call him. One receiver on either side. It's Frampton on the right side, number 4. Keep an eye on him. Simpson looking for Frampton, and miscommunication on the route, and it will be 4th down for the Senators. Really, they just have not established a flow on offense yet.
And you kind of expect that in a first starting game for a brand new starting quarterback. You kind of expect that. Even you can practice as much as you want, but the moment you touch the field on that first Friday night, it's going to be a little difficult. So I expect them by probably the second half at the very most to be able to get it together, and it does not surprise me that they're going for this.
Yep, they're going for it, maybe a little bit outside of Tate's range, but a lot of playmakers out on the field. It's going to be Warrior Benson, Grimes, Brown on the right side, and Petty on the left side. Simpson rolling out right. It's a screen pass to Deuce. Deuce, he's unblocked. Can he get that offensive touchdown? Not quite. He flipped over the defender, and it's going to be a first down for the Senators.
And I think I have my player of the game so far. It's a wild guess. Deuce Williams.
Exactly. Exactly. Deuce Williams looking like a looking like the best player in 5A right now. And you know what? I'll go ahead and make a bold prediction. Deuce Williams is the best player in all of 5A. I don't even know who else is in 5A, but it's Deuce Williams because you got a great safety. You got a great special teamer. You got a great running back. He can play some receiver, too. Heck, he could probably play kicker and quarterback. This is a great player out on the football field. He's even in a Wildcat formation. He falls down. Well,
all right, well, that's on you.
Well, look, he's already proven he's a great defender. Look, he's great on offense. Look, just he can make a play like that, and it's fun. He's still the best player in the state at 5A. So we'll see. I'm sure his dad loves to hear about that. Kevin Williams, his father, a great player in his own right. As that will be the first into the first quarter. And we're going to head into the second quarter of action. We will have more Senator football right after this.
PCSSD is a family-like environment. There's always smiling faces. There's greeting in the morning and the afternoon. They get a lot of involvement, not just parent involvement, student involvement, staff involvement, and I love all of that. I chose PCSSD because I was zoned here, but what made me stay was the support that we receive as a family.
And the best part about the day is my son come home with a smile on his face, that he enjoys school and excelled in the classroom. It's real big to our family.
Welcome back to the Robinson Sports Network as we have the second quarter of action underway. Your Senators have the football about the 10-yard line. We are in the red zone. We are in, 13-yard line.
The 8. That's 8.
8?
That's the 8-yard line.
Oh, well.
Because it's 2nd and 8.
Well, I was a communications major. And it's going to be a toss to Grimes up the middle. They ran it like a book. They still got a few yards out of it. That's an interesting play call as Reese Simpson, the quarterback, heads back out onto the field, including Jackson Redmond and Hakeem Frampton, two of their top transfers. Of course, Redmond, a star linebacker, but can play some halfback as well. Frampton, we've yet to see him with a catch so far tonight. Of course, we haven't really seen a whole lot of offense moving outside of really Deuce Williams. So Kyron Grimes, the receiver on the right side. It's Hakeem Frampton on the left. Deuce Williams lined up behind his quarterback.
And I'd love to try and see a...
Oh, it's going to be a toss. Oh, and that's pass interference. No! Whoa. Did you not see that push in the back? Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
It would have been a call. It would have been a touchdown.
It absolutely, but and the Senator crowd booing after that no call. It looked like a pass interference to me, pushing the back before the ball even got to him.
And I have a feeling they're going to go for this as well. I think they're starting to gain a little confidence in the defense after two very deep stops on this Bruins offense. It doesn't really surprise me.
Well, let's say if they turn it over right here, then they do get the football at the 8, so it's a pretty good opportunity here. And Simpson really hoping to find his man up the middle there as there was a timeout on the field. It's going to be Pulaski Academy. We're going to stay right here, though. So, obviously they're looking for Hakeem Frampton on the outside.
Absolutely.
But it's 4th and goal. What do you think they have to do here? Are we going to see a run up the middle? Are we going to see a play on the outside? What are we going to do? Or a direct chip shot?
I think it's possible we see a mixture of the play up the middle through Deuce Williams. Maybe not through the middle, I'm sorry. But I'm going to guess it's going to be through Deuce Williams in some form or fashion. Would not surprise me because so far Deuce has found a lot of openings on the outside towards those sidelines. So it's very possible that Simpson, and again, you also have to kind of get Simpson into a rhythm here. Although they are lining up, it's very possible there's going to be a lot of motion here, though.
4 guys on the outside. On the right side, empty backfield for the Senators. We'll see what kind of formation this is. I bet a man goes in motion. Don't you think that will happen?
I would guess so. Maybe
I was
not.
wrong. Simpson rolling, and take it down immediately. Ball is out, and the Bruins have the football. The Bruins have the football at the Senator 15. Well, he came off that right side, totally unblocked. Simpson needed to get that football out quicker.
Yeah, and I'm just not sure he ever saw him coming off that far side, or that close side, I should say. It's unfortunate, but still a good spot for the defense as well. The defense just got a great break there, so going to be a little rejuvenated. And I mean, even not being rejuvenated, they had some really deep stops. Just these past 2 drives from PA, so I think it's going to be a long game, Chris.
It definitely will be. Sabota, he's going deep on that right side. Man all over him, and good defense by the freshman, Kalen Norwood. He's got to be careful. The officials aren't always a big fan of the celebration, so do have to be careful, but great defense.
And I did see Coach Up looking at Norwood and say, stop doing that. Because I get it, though. That's very good coverage out of Norwood.
First pass breakup of his high school career.
Absolutely.
That's big time.
I get it.
And running back, pretty good opportunity. Good run up the middle, about 5 yards before being taken down by a couple of Senators. That would have been Lennox Campos in on the stop. Pressure coming from the Senators, or they're showing pressure at least. 2 receivers either side for the Bruins. Sabota rolling left. He got it to his running back again, and
it's going to be a first down.
It will be a first down for the Bruins before just about every Senator touched him there. That was Javion Walker again on another first down. He's had a pretty solid start.
And it would not surprise me if we have seen a lot of Javion Walker, but I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more of him. I think that there is a problem through Sabota where he is overthrowing a lot of these deep passes.
Yep.
And so I think you're going to see him do a lot more pitches towards Javion Walker throughout at least this second quarter. I think you're going to see a lot more runs as well. Because so far, Walker has been the offense for this Bruins team.
Primarily outside of Hancock. Yeah, absolutely. You called it a run, and he will be taken down after a short gain. Campos, Patterson in on the stop.
Redmond was in on that, I believe, as well.
And I believe Fisher-Taylor might have been, who also
wrong.
plays some offensive line. Played more O-line last year, getting a lot of opportunities at defensive tackle now in his junior season. Sabota, he's got time. He's trying to get away, though. He's being chased. He's being chased by Campos. He might be able to get to him. He barely gets past the line of scrimmage, goes out of bounds, brings up 3rd and long.
And it comes down to this. I think Sabota's starting to kind of overthink some of these throws. I mean, you can kind of see it's taking a lot of time. I mean, if you're going to set up a pass play like that, you kind of want to take a chance there, especially now that you're sitting at 3rd and 6.
Well, look, he's expecting pressure every time. He's getting it out to his receiver. What a catch!
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. What a grab by the senior receiver, Mason Greathouse. Kalen Norwood shaken up again. He's going to get up, but that was a hard hit by the freshman. Oh, and he goes down. Trainer's going to have to take a look at him. Play will stop, and Norwood, yeah, he's hurting right there. That was a hard hit he laid on Greathouse, who's got a few pounds on him. Greathouse, 6 foot 180. Norwood, not 180 pounds.
Well, that was a very hard hit. Honestly, a great catch.
It was a fantastic catch by a senior receiver. We'll take a look at some highlights here. Yeah, that's Greathouse. I mean, that was a hard hit, hard fall. for the freshman. He's up. He's all right. He's been banged up a little bit. But again, this is a guy that the coaching staff loves. We expect him to have a great future with this team. He heads to the sideline.
And the offenses have slowed down a lot when it comes to scoring, at least.
They have. I mean, both teams are starting, their defenses are starting to establish a bit of a rhythm. PA traditionally has a great defense as well as a great offense, but the defense does not get talked about enough. And Robinson with a new quarterback, a new head coach, new system, taking a little bit to get used to here. Man in motion. Sobota, he still has it. Out to his running back. It's Walker, and he's brought down. What a tackle. Let's see who that was. Who was that? I can't tell from here. Where's that jersey number? Come on. I want to give you a shout out. That was Damon Sally, the transfer from Little Rock Southwest. Welcome to the Senators, Damon Sally.
It's a 5-yard loss for the Bruins.
Yeah, great play by the DB. Sobota to Hancock. Hancock brought down immediately. Great defensive play by Damon Sally.
Damon Sally is all over this already. A hunter.
And Sally headed to the sideline. He is fired up, though. Great to see for the new DB for the Senators. And Norwood, also great to see. He's back out onto the field.
3rd and very long here. 3rd and 18.
From the 43. Empty backfield again for the Bruins. Sobota steps up. He's going to run. Not much there. Falls to the ground. Goes to the original line of scrimmage. There is a flag on the field, and a Bruin lost his helmet. So at the very least, that's actually Landon O'Donnell, one of the starting offensive linemen. He's got to take a play off. And heading out onto the field, looks like that's number 53, I believe. One of the new offensive, well, or maybe that's 62. That may be, I'm actually not sure what what Bruin is now being subbed in on the offensive line.
It's a 15-yard penalty going against the Senators. It's a face mask.
That's an unfortunate break for the Senators, as this is 7:49 left to play in the first half in a tied ball game. Coach Upgrove trying to get an understanding of the call, I believe, from one of the officials on the Senator sideline on the 40. Actually, they're going to send out the chain gang
for something.
Not really sure what they're doing here. Are they measuring? Still not really sure what the situation is here. Let's see. Discussing it.
3rd and 1 now.
Looking like 3rd and 1. It will be 3rd and 1 now from the 39 of the Senators. Three receivers on that left side, 2 on the right side. So Boda steps up. He got taken down immediately. I think that may still be enough. It was really 3rd and inches.
I believe he just slid on his own.
Yeah, he came down. He was technically, I think they
did make it.
Yeah, they did. Oh, there it is.
There
it is. All right. Chain gang is updated, and it is 1st and 10 from the Senator 39-yard line. It's going to be handoff. It's Greathouse. Greathouse following his blockers. Oh, immediately gets brought down hard. What a play by the Senators. I believe that may be Jaden Todd, who came out of nowhere.
I mean, took off through the hole. I mean, my goodness, what a tackle.
That was Jaden Todd. Great defensive player from last year. Well, I see it's so hard to see those jersey numbers from all the way up here. Running back gets it, trying to jump over the defender. The ball's loose. The ball's loose. Senators say they have it. Senators say they have it. Let's see what the officials say.
Yes,
Senator
sir.
football! They needed that with 6:37 left to play in the first half.
And guess who has it? Jackson Redmond came up with that fumble.
The former Bruin making some big plays against his former squad.
Now, we were talking about him a little bit towards the beginning of the game. That is what he can do. I believe he had 4 fumble recoveries just last year while also having 4 forced fumbles. So Jackson Redmond is nothing to joke about.
You're absolutely right. 4 fumble recoveries, 4 forced fumbles. And this is a guy that also, for his 16 sacks, he pushed the opposing offenses back 112 yards overall last season. That's just a pretty incredible number. Hand off to the running back and immediately swallowed up by the defense.
This is the first time we'll actually be able to watch the offense outside of the red zone. So very excited to see what Coach Upgrove has cooked up with this unbelievable wide receiving core.
That was Tank Reese, the star linebacker. Has gotten a lot of running back touches over the years, but he's getting some more opportunities now. Of course, we've seen a lot of Deuce Williams so far. Hope to see some Bryson Cunningham later as well. Simpson to the outside. Screen pass did not work. Again, the Bruin defense all over the Senators here.
And again, this is the first true offensive drive, in my opinion, that Robinson has had. You haven't gotten to see much passing. There hasn't been a lot. And as we've been talking about, I mean, you got Deuce Williams that's been just covering all bases. You hope to see him here on this offensive drive a little bit as well. He was stopped on that first play.
Simpson. Oh, he's looking downfield. He's under some pressure. There's going to be a flag on the play. Simpson looking for his man over the head. We'll see what the call is. The call's in the backfield. It will be holding on the offense. Looks like that was on Fisher Taylor, the junior offensive lineman.
3rd and 24.
Fourth. Well,
it's supposed to.
Okay. Well, all right. It's going to be 4th down.
He said replay.
All right. Well, 4th down. It's 4th and 13 from the 31. William Tate comes out onto the field to punt for the first time. It's the starting. He punted a lot last year until his brother came back from injury. At 7 punts, 266 yards. About a 38-yard average. That's a good one right there. That is a lot better than 38 yards, as they're going to stop it right about the 32, 33-yard line of the Bruins.
That's a great punt.
Great punt by the junior kicker.
And I'll take this time for just a second to shout out some of you guys in the chat. Ryan, Joe T. class of 03 in the chat. Deidre, shout out to you, and Elijah Green. Joey, Morty from Iowa. There you go.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Wants PA to lose out of Iowa.
Who doesn't?
Our guys above us.
Well, of course. Tied ball game with 5 minutes left to play in the first half. Sabota under a lot of pressure now. He's got to just get that one away. And again, Javion Walker's been great at running back and playing some receiver. But Sabota, and he's done a good. Oh, all right, a flag.
It's
a flag just now came onto the field in the backfield by the head official. Let's see what he has to say.
I think they're wanting to call intentional grounding, which is what I was thinking.
I don't think he was out of.
But they placed it back at the. They placed it back at the line of scrimmage. So
they're having a conversation about this. Let's see. Officiating's been pretty equal so far. Calls going to both sides.
Cancel the flag.
The clock has been rolling the whole time, so they're going to have to. Yeah, the clock is still rolling. Okay, now it stops. Okay, no penalty.
I had a feeling that's what they were thinking about, but.
Yep, no penalty, as there was a receiver in that general area.
50-minute quarter. Let's go.
Oh, 50 minutes on the clock. Now 5 minutes on the clock. There we go. All right. And play will resume now for the Bruins. 2nd and 10. So Boda looking left. Quick throw to his teammate. And whoa, what a first down for the Bruins. What a play. That was Bryce Gittens. Great play by the junior receiver.
Yeah, I mean, that spin cycle was perfectly timed, gave him enough time to catch his breath and keep taking off down the field.
Play again, jumps over a guy, and Walker goes down after picking up a few yards there.
Can't quite jump over 2 people that quickly.
Bruins now taking a little bit of a breather. Not much of one. Getting their offense set up here. 3 receivers on the left side, 1 on the right. So Boda looking left. He's trying to get out of this. Caleb Smith has flags all over the field. Trying to find his man. He had to just throw it out of bounds. Should be against the Bruins here. We'll see what the official call is.
Absolutely. Caleb Smith got thrown to the ground there.
Yep, flags immediately came out. Yep. Holding on the right tackle for the Bruins.
And I'm not sure you're going to see as many holding calls on any team throughout the year, more than you will week 0. You're still learning.
You're, knocking off the rust, and you're trying to implement some new players, and especially the Bruins, almost an entirely new offensive line after graduating primarily, really, their entire starting O-line, losing their star left tackle as he transferred to Bauxite High School. So a new offensive line. Not really new receivers, but receivers that really haven't gotten a lot of opportunities so far in their high school careers, as the officials are having a conversation about something, as there is 4:06 left to play in the half.
We have a lot of Joe T. Robinson alum in the chat.
Well, thank you all for tuning in, and to the others who are maybe not alums tuning in. Really love to have all of you tuning in with us tonight. And outside, and picked off! That's an interception!
Keep going!
On that left side.
And who else?
It's Hakeem Frampton!
Who else but Hakeem Frampton?
Hakeem Frampton, end zone, first time tonight, first time in his Senator career! Touchdown, Senators!
Who else but Hakeem Frampton? We've been waiting to highlight him the entire game, and how else, what better way than a pick 6 from the 50-yard line?
One of the top players in the state, again, over 30 Division I offers, because he is not only a great receiver, we haven't seen that tonight, but he is a phenomenal defensive player. William Tate lines up for the extra point attempt, trying to make this 21-14. It was a bad snap. The Senators on top of it, but Doesn't matter, play is dead, but the Senators still on top, 20-14 here with 3:54 left to play in the half.
I mean, Hakeem Frampton, we're going to talk a little more about him throughout the game, but, I mean, his dad, Dwayne Frampton, out of A-State, one of the greatest wide receivers in A-State history, absolutely unbelievable player there. Little tidbit that we talked to Coach Dwayne, who's actually also the wide receiver coach. A huge shout out to him, who told us that Hakeem has a meeting with Coach Sam Pittman in Fayetteville tomorrow morning. So it's going to be a long couple days for Hakeem, but I'm sure he's probably getting used to that with 30-plus D1 offers. I have a feeling he's done this quite a few times.
I think he has, and of course, if you're a Razorback fan, you're already going to be tuned into the Alabama A&M game, the first game of the season for the Arkansas Razorbacks. And if you're also a diehard Razorback fan, you would love to have Hakeem Frampton on your team, especially after watching that pick six. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to be Frampton fans by the end of the year. So Tate, ready to kick off here.
For as much as there have been scoring for Robinson, not a single offensive touchdown yet.
Not a single offensive touchdown is right. Two defensive touchdowns. It's going to be a short kick. Going to be received, and it's going to a little push there, but it's all right.
Not sure it was quite hard enough to warrant anything.
Not really. It was just more of a momentum trying to get yourself to stop right there. Short kick, and the Bruins will have the football out around the 32-yard line with 3:50 left to play. You know, you would think at some point that Senator defense will wear down. They've looked really good so far.
They have.
But they've been on the field a lot this game.
But we also talked to Coach Upgrove just a couple days ago, and he talked about the depth that this entire team has. It's going to be, in my opinion, pretty hard for them to kind of run out of gas because they just have so many great athletes on both sides of the ball.
Just like that, it's Damon Sally and Caleb Smith making a big play in the backfield. Javion Walker didn't know what hit him.
Now, in your opinion, do you go ahead and go down? Because you're already losing some yards. You know somebody's going to be coming up behind.
Well, actually, Sally almost lost his grip against Walker, but Smith was right there. I mean, if Smith was not there, don't go down because he would have been able to get away. But Smith was right there to clean it up.
Now, his back was turned, so it makes sense why.
Yeah. Showing pressure on the D-line. They're going to back off. Two receivers either side. Sabota getting it to his man, and nice tackle, nice wrap up by the Senators. It's Redmond.
It's only going to be enough to get up to about the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a little farther in.
Will be 3rd and 8. So Boda looking left, and he steps up. Senators coming after him, pushed out of bounds. That was Tank Reese. That is one of the last guys you want to see chasing after you because he'll get you down.
Tank Reese is, I mean, we're going to have a lot of people to highlight throughout this year, but
Absolutely.
Tank Reese is another one. Tank Reese, 4-year starter.
4-year starter.
Right, and that is all on defense. And a little bit of running back here and there.
But he's a star linebacker. That is absolutely for sure. And it's a guy that so many Senator fans are going to miss because he, again, 4-year starter.
Including Coach Upgrove.
Including Coach Upgrove. And his family have also said that they will miss him. But it's 4th down and 8. It's going to be over the middle. No one home. Turnover on downs. The Senators get the football in Bruin territory with 2:31 left to play.
Now, what are the chances? Oh, wait, was that 4th down?
That was 4th down.
Oh, I thought that was going on to 4th down. That's my bad. I was about to say they're about to try and fake this, but never mind. Honestly, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for PA to fake a punt, but it's also you also got to look at it. Robinson would know that would be a fake. They're not kicking this ball.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, I think the only teams that you could get to fool on plays like that are maybe some out-of-state teams or teams that just lived under a rock over the last few years, but there's not many of those. There's already a penalty on the play.
It's going to be a false start, I believe.
It will be false start. It's Fisher Taylor again with the penalty.
I do want to highlight a comment that we just got from Ryan. 2 pick sixes and an onside kickoff return is not how I thought the scoring was going to go. I don't think me or Chris expected that either.
No, absolutely.
I think
this was going to be a shootout.
That, I think if you expected that, that's your Houdini.
Simpson, handoff to his running back. It's Deuce Williams. Got tripped up, but it got a few yards there close to the and a flag, some extracurriculars after the play. I think it will be on the Bruins. That might have been number 22, Colin Hood, the running back.
It's a 15-yard penalty. That's going to be an automatic first down.
Absolutely. That is the break that the Senators needed right there. Look, sometimes you get baited into stuff like that. You just have to keep your cool.
And in a game like this, you might get a little frustrated on all the other factors of this game. And
yeah, you're down, and it's been a physical game so far, and look, you just got to keep your cool.
Absolutely.
Of course, he went to the sideline immediately. I'm sure he's getting an earful from a coach because the Bruins had the Senators back. And there's Frampton, his first catch of the night. And it's about a 6-yard reception for the junior.
And you're not going to see this kid drop too many. We were talking to his dad just before the game. Said Hakeem dropped 2 footballs in practice yesterday, so he went on and caught 500 in the same night. That is dedication, if I've ever heard it.
How many times do you hear a young guy like that, after making just a few honest and simple mistakes, he goes and puts in the work to get better?
That's dedication.
That is one of the reasons why he has 30-plus D1 offers. And now we're going to have a timeout here. We're going to stay right here. Might as well. 1:59 left to play.
You know what's crazy is I can actually make a connection to that for myself, for that 500.
So you dropped 2 and
not footballs,
500?
Not footballs, but back when I played baseball, I mean, I was scared of the ball. I dropped a few just easy throws. So my dad put me out in the front yard, and we threw 600 baseballs all in a row. And if I dropped them, we restart. So that's dedication. But I think how old was I? I think I was 13. So, you know, I wasn't going anywhere at that time. So now Hakeem Frampton, on the other hand, going somewhere.
Absolutely. 3 receivers on that right side. Simpson looking outside. It's going to be a wide receiver screen. That ball just kind of dropped, and play is dead.
I think if you're the Senators, you really need to score here. Not for any specific scoring reasons, but I think to get some confidence up on this offensive end. Because again, you have not done anything on the offensive end. Closest you got was a just slightly off field goal attempt. So you really want to score here. They still have an opportunity to get a first down before they try and score again. So it would not surprise me if that's just what they're going for here.
2 receivers on the right side. Man in motion, not really, but Jackson Redmond lined up at halfback.
I think you're going to see run off the right side.
Simpson outside, big hit. Receiver held on. It is a first down. Oh, wait a second. They're saying he dropped the football. When did he drop the football? The referee just dropped the football. That's a drop. I didn't see that from the wide receiver. That was, I believe it was Kyron Grimes out on that right side.
Let's take a look here. Oh, it looks like he dropped it there off the hit.
Once he came down on the ground. Grimes on the sideline, not happy with himself at all after that. And that was an easy catch. It was a hard hit, but now William Tate, he's got another opportunity for a field goal here. Lined up at the left hash. Kick is up and good.
That one is good.
That is good for William Tate. 1 of 2 so far on the year. And now the Senators up by 9.
And keep in mind, Robinson has the football, or is receiving the football to start the second half. That's assuming that PA does not get that onside kick, which we can assume will happen.
Now, of course, if you're just now joining us, the Senators only have had points on offense 1 time tonight.
And that
right there. A field goal.
Yep.
That was the first offensive points, or points from an offensive drive. Everything else has been from special teams or has been from defense. We've seen 2 pick sixes, courtesy of Deuce Williams and courtesy of Hakeem Frampton. And then the special teams score, courtesy of Deuce Williams. It's been an interesting game.
It's also very interesting because we came into this talking about how good the offense was going to be, but it's also, on the flip side, the offense is the defense.
Yep.
You see, I mean, we saw Hakeem Frampton return. We saw Deuce Williams return for a pick six. I mean, we see Warrior Benson as well on the field making some good plays, making some good tackles. I mean, the wide receiving core is just as good as the DB core.
Yep. Yeah, and a lot of them, of course, play both ways. Jaden Todd, Kyron Grimes, seeing Warrior Benson as well, of course, Frampton. So these are definitely some athletes, some playmakers on both sides of the football, not to mention Deuce Williams as well. Tate ready to kick off here. Two Bruins back to receive. It's going to be another kind of short shot and going down immediately. This time he gets it about the 28-yard line.
This is going to be a very fast-paced drive here, I believe.
Yep, 1:40 left to play as the Bruins backed up at their own 28-yard line.
Your Siri turned on
for
some
Siri
reason.
Did? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
well.
Now, as Robinson, you are up now 2 scores, right? You have, I mean, at the very most, very most, PA can get 22 here if they score and get a 2-point conversion.
So Boda backed up and out in front of his receiver. He was looking for Greathouse again.
And again, I mean, Sabota is being pressured very severely, and it's kind of forcing him into these very awkward throws.
It's every play that he's under pressure. I think even the times when he's not under pressure, he still thinks he's under pressure. Sabota running with it, flips it to his running back, somehow held onto it. He held onto it, but had to go out of bounds. No, he did not get many yards. Man, he got a few yards. Maybe he got 4 or 5 on that play, but it was definitely a broken play for sure. We'll see what the official. It's going to be 3rd down, and let's see what the yardage is.
Give me 3.
Actually, it looks like they're going to back him up back at the line of scrimmage. Did he not get a gain out of that? I'm a little surprised.
I think it's possible that he didn't have control. He didn't have control of it.
Okay, I guess not. All right, so it's going to be 3rd and 10.
We'll take it.
1:32 left to play. Of course, there's no 3 and outs with PA. Right up the middle, and big hit there, but it's a good gain for the Bruins. That's Bryce Giddens again on the reception. He has been Sabota's favorite target so far tonight.
Because of all this pressure that Robinson is putting on, it's basically all of these plays are quick passes, whether it be screens or just a little bit of a toss-off. It's forcing Sabota into uncomfortable situations. So even if they get a 1st down here, this has been an unbelievable drive already by the defense.
It's a deep one down the field and in between 2 receivers. No one could get there. Turnover on down. Senator football with 55 seconds left to play. And 55 seconds, you have an opportunity to go up by double digits, whether it's a field goal or a score for 6.
You want to get within that 20.
Who are we going to see if someone ends up in the end zone? Who do you think it will be? Will it be Frampton for the first time? Warrior Benson, Deuce for the 3rd time? Who's it going to be?
I want to see a Deuce Williams touchdown again. However, give me Braylon Brown.
Braylon Brown. We have not seen him even have a target so far tonight. So we'll see what he can do. Simpson looking left side. It's Warrior Benson. Stays up. Of course, he's a big target out there at 6'3". A lot of DBs are going to go for his legs immediately to try to bring him down. Didn't work that time, though.
Timeout, I think.
They're trying to set the ball up, I believe. Yep, and play clock will resume. Senators will need to go quickly here They do have one timeout. Simpson. Right side, quickly over the middle, broken up by the Bruins. He was looking for, I believe that might be Frampton. Yep, that was Frampton up the middle, was looking for him. So the clock stops at 26 seconds.
You have a little extra time to maybe set something up here. Again, I think your goal at this point is to try and at least get within the 20 to give Tate an opportunity to get another field goal here. And, again, Robinson will receive the ball in the second half, assuming they take that. Onside kick is what we can assume. It's a little weird to say that because it's like we know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But it's a kickoff.
Frampton and Aaron Freeman on the right side. Simpson, oh, he's going deep. He's looking for Frampton over his shoulder. He got the catch. No touchdown yet. He goes, the ref goes flying, but he is down about the 2-yard line. Actually, closer to the 1.
That might be the most perfect ball you can place with this much time left. That is an unbelievable pass by Simpson. You're going to see more confidence out of him past that.
Well, Simpson's going to come out for a play, as I believe it's going to be Deuce Williams in at Wildcat quarterback. 2 receivers.
Is this where we see the third one out of Deuce Williams?
We'll see. It's going to be a short drive. It's first down. 18 seconds left to play. Deuce.
Wow.
Oh, untouched. Deuce Williams in for 6. Touchdown, Senators.
That's 3 for Deuce Williams.
Offense, defense, special teams. Oh, my goodness.
He's got the trifecta. That's not a hat trick. That's a trifecta. I mean, like, that is unbelievable. What a game by Deuce Williams so far.
Well, now we need to see a receiving touchdown from him. And maybe a passing touchdown.
What would you call that? A quadfecta. That's not good.
No, if I'm saying 5, well, yeah, 4. How about 4 GOAT performance?
Yeah, that'll work.
And right up the middle, extra point is good. So 30 to 14 is your score with 15 seconds remaining in the first half. The Senators will be kicking off here in just a moment. Again, what a second quarter for the Senators. We are finally starting to see that offense click.
Yeah.
And that is what we have been waiting on. That great pass to Hakeem Frampton. Would have loved to have seen him walk into the end zone, but that was setting up for that Deuce Williams touchdown. I think that might have been.
I prefer a touchdown no matter what.
Oh, well, yeah. I don't care who gets it. Touchdowns are great.
And what a first half.
Absolutely, what a first half.
30 to 14, you're going into halftime. You would imagine PA might try something, but wouldn't surprise me if they don't. You're going into halftime up 16. It's 2 full touchdowns, and with as much as your defense has been clicking, it's going to be hard to stop the momentum going into the second half.
Tate ready to kick off here. Averaged about 45 yards on his kickoffs. Is a short one. Bobbled, and it goes right to, that was Kason Smith, the junior wide receiver, falling on top of it.
There's going to be 9 seconds left on the board.
Well, in typical PA fashion, I bet they're just going to go for a big play right here, don't you think?
I could see it happen.
I mean,
and I think you got to imagine that Upgrove and coaching staff knows that already.
It's not going to just be taking a knee. This is a defense ready to make a stop right here. But we'll see what PA does. Will they go for the knee? Will they go for a score? Maybe some rhythm heading into halftime. They are down 30 to 14. They need something.
And they're lining up 2 on either side. You might see a slants route here by at least 2 of them here. It's going to be closer to a Hail Mary, as most people would know that as. And
well, Sabota's got an arm.
He does definitely have an arm.
But under pressure has really been all that he's been doing. It's just going to be a run up the middle. They're going to give Walker a bunch of yards here. Walker will go out of bounds. The clock did not even start. All right, well. So how many seconds do we have now in the second quarter? The clock did not start.
I'm not sure. I mean, that's changed it to 15 before the play.
So boat up the middle, no one home. Yeah, we do apologize.
Makes a lot more sense.
They did change it to 15. Now it's at 3. Okay, that does make more sense.
I have reasoning. I can't see the scoreboard immediately.
Well, and I'm not constantly watching the scoreboard. But our director, Avery, he did correct us, and I guess they're going to take a timeout here.
You might as well. You get another 3 after the buzzer sounds, so.
Well, of course, we know PA trying to do something, whether it's come away with the score or just try to find some positive offensive yards so they can have a little bit of momentum heading into halftime. Well, your score, 30-14 with 3 seconds left to play in the first half. It is 2nd and 10 for the Bruins. It's been an exciting game so far. Defense, offense, special teams, exactly what you hope for. If you're a fan of all 3 or you're just a fan of one, you've been pretty happy so far today. But the Senators, that defense coming together in the offense as well, holding so far the Bruins to 0 points in the period.
Heck, if you're a fan of points on the board, no matter who you're going for, you enjoy this game.
Yeah, 44 total points. Not bad at all.
Now, I'm not sure I would have guessed that Hakeem Frampton's first touchdown would be a pick 6.
No. Well, and that's exactly what did not happen in that benefit game against El Dorado. Found the end zone off an 83-yard pass from Reese Simpson, and let's see what Sabota does here. He steps up, and he's going to take it down immediately. His helmet goes flying, and I believe that might have been Lennox Campos on the sack. It was Lennox Campos. Great defensive play for the Senators as we head to the locker room for halftime. 30-14 is your score. You are watching Senator football on the Robinson Sports Network, presented by Natural State Sports. We will be right back after this long break.
Ready to embark on an exciting journey of learning and growth? Now is the time to register and become part of the Pulaski County Special School District family. PCSSD provides educational opportunities for families across more than 500 square miles. Discover endless possibilities, friendships, and unforgettable experiences that will shape your child's future. For more information about registration and school choice, visit pcssd.org/register. Join us as we build a brighter tomorrow, one student at a time.
It's not just a house, it's a home, and it's part of the neighborhood and of course part of the community. And you want to build stuff that they'll take pride in.
Well, that's where they're making their memories.
Yeah, that's right.
That's where they're raising their families.
Without the bank getting us to that next step, we can't do it.
It's nice to be able to call someone at the bank and say, hey, you've worked with us for all these years. This is what we're thinking about doing. Can we pull the trigger on this today? Oh my stars. It is just so much easier to bank with First Community.
I would say school choice is a great option. You can do your research like we did, visit with other parents that have children in the district. We visited the schools before we made the choice to come here. We chose to school choice because we have had such a great experience here. Teachers, staff have been so helpful and reassuring, and we've been forever grateful for it. And I'd do it all over again. PCSSD is a great option no matter where you live.
and welcome back to the Robinson Sports Network, presented by Natural State Sports and, of course, by UAMS Health and by First Community Bank. It has been a fantastic start for the Senators, 30-14, and primarily most of the work was done in that second quarter. It's 14 all coming into the second, and Will, what a start for the first game Tyler Upgrove has been the head coach of in his football career.
And what a start for what a senior year start. Well, I believe
senior year for Deuce Williams.
Yeah, for Deuce Williams.
Oh, yep.
What a senior year start for Deuce Williams. 3 touchdowns, a special teams touchdown. That's that return off the very first?
No,
second one.
Yeah.
Because the first one was a pick 6. That's a defensive, and then a running touchdown for that third one. So
that offensive touchdown.
Unbelievable from Deuce Williams. But Upgrove has taking control of this game. You can tell that he has found some weaknesses in some of these offensive possessions out of the Bruins, and that's the thing you're most scared of when it comes to the Bruins. You're most scared of the Bruins running up the score on you, and so far holding this Bruins team to 14 is no small feat.
Well, for the Bruins, Javion Walker, the team's star running back, has found the end zone himself on a receiving touchdown from William Sabota, who has thrown 2 interceptions, 2 pick 6s, because we cannot forget about Hakeem Frampton making his Senator debut tonight with a pick 6. He also had a nice, maybe about 20-yard catch towards the end of the second quarter on offense. And, of course, we got about 2 minutes left to go in halftime before we can see the Senators head back out onto the field. And guess what, Will? The Senators have the football to begin the second half. PA started off strong. Let's see if the Senators can do the same.
And I was talking to you, and a big shout out to Tristan Harlan and Kyle Sutherland on our PA broadcast. We were talking to them in between the halves. I mean, this is not the way we anticipated this game to go. But I also, it does feel like Sabota is a little uncomfortable right now. And I don't think that that's going to be an accurate representation of Sabota throughout the year. Right now, I just believe that Upgrove has a little bit of some tricks up his sleeve that's kind of messing with how they want to play, or with how the Bruins want to play this. And again, I spoke a little bit about it in the second quarter. Robinson is forcing Sabota into these very uncomfortable situations where he has to just pitch short or throw a screen pass to the right side. He hasn't had any situation where he has had plenty of time to get a pass off, and when he has, it's been a little overthrown. It seems that the Bruins' offense is just a little out of touch with each other.
Of course, we have not seen a whole lot of the Senator offense overall. Reese Simpson has made some good plays here and there. I think he'll enter the second half with a lot more confidence after we saw a strong showing towards the end of the second quarter, don't you think?
Yeah, I always say you got to see it go through the hoop first, right? Now, that's a basketball reference, but it goes for everything. You got to see it go through first.
Yep.
When you see that first shot go through in basketball, you're locked in. You know what it feels like. You know how your shot feels. In this case, I have a feeling that Reese Simpson saw it go through the hoop. He knows what it feels like. And that was no easy pass either.
Nope.
That was a perfectly placed over-the-shoulder pass. It was just a little too far for Hakeem to be able to finish the touchdown. But it's a very good pass, and it's a very good way to end the first half for Reese Simpson. I think it's going to be a very different half for this offense.
Absolutely. As we are just about ready for kickoff here, will, of course, be the Bruins kicking off. And in typical Bruin fashion, expect to see an onside kick. It's Landon O'Donnell, the star kicker, also the starting offensive lineman. We'll see if the Senators can recover successfully. They have not done that every time. They gave up the first one earlier on the first kickoff of the evening. O'Donnell waiting. Oh, it's not O'Donnell, excuse me, and that's going to be, I believe that may be a delay of game. Yeah, it was delay of game on the Bruins as the play clock went all the way down before that kick by Doniger.
Not sure they had fully what they wanted to do there.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I understand the trickery behind it. As Doniger also one of the kickers on this roster, the sophomore, number 73. But, of course, it is Landon O'Donnell that primarily handles the kicking duties. He's going to do it here. He's going to go right, bounces. I think that went out of bounds.
No, he grabbed it. He came out with it. I cannot tell who that is.
I'm not sure, but it is Senator football. That is always the concern. Does your team come away with the onside kick? And
it was Warrior Benson that came away with that and stepped out of bounds.
Well, that's a good idea to put one of your star receivers, has great hands to recover those onside kicks. And here's the offense coming out onto the field now for the Senators.
Man, could you imagine being a kicker that goes to Pulaski Academy?
And if you actually want to kick field goals there, you might as well transfer because that's never going to happen. Well, Josiah Warrior Benson, the receiver on the right side. Tank Reese, the star linebacker, also playing a lot of running back tonight. He's lined up, and he gets the handoff here and tackled immediately. That was T.J. Logan, the star senior linebacker for the Bruins. Of course, Logan, one of the top returners from last season, a team that was a pretty solid team in their first year in 7A. And he's, of course, top returner. The 6'3", 185-pound linebacker had 65 total tackles last year, 13 tackles for loss. Not quite a tackle for loss there, but close, as he only allowed Reese to get 1 yard. Similar formation from the last play. Handoff again to Reese. He's going to get, no more yards that time. Wait, did the ball come out? Was the ball loose? I think he was down. The Bruins say they have it, but I believe he was down. Bryce Young Cunningham, running back, has not gotten a carry tonight, but he comes into the ball game. Reese comes out.
And that could have worked. It's just a very good tackle by the Bruins defense.
Braylon Brown, the wide receiver on the left side. Kyron Grimes and Jaden Todd lining up on the right alongside Josiah Warrior Benson. And again, Bryce Young Cunningham, the junior running back, lined up behind his quarterback. He had 122 rushing yards last season. Now he's going to get a reception here. He does go down immediately, did not have his legs up under him as Simpson had pressure immediately.
I think he
yards.
saw the open field in front of him and kind of focused on the first move he was going to make after he caught the ball, made him trip up. Sometimes you have to focus on the fundamentals, and that's just catching the ball and then taking off where you could go.
Well, Tate in to punt the football. He had a booming punt earlier in the first half. It's going to be his second punt tonight. Averaged about 38 yards per punt last season. Bruins, nobody back to receive. Everybody's pretty short, no pressure. Tate has a good line drive. They're going to let it bounce, and I think that may have been Norwood that stopped it. It was inside the 10-yard line. So another great punt for William Tate.
And it's a little weird because in this case, William Tate can just punt it up or punt a line drive, and it'll work the best. You a lot of times don't want to do that because you want to give your special teams unit a chance to get to the punt returner. But in this case, there is no punt returner, so you can just line drive and allow them to chase.
No pressure.
Exactly. Nobody's there to block.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's no one. You can take your time on the kick. Of course, they are preventing any special activities, special plays happening, but and of course, we'll see the offense go now at the 7-yard line. 7-yard line is 1st and 10. 3 receivers on the left side, 2 on the right. Man in motion, that's Walker. He's going to get the handoff, and he goes up the middle. Walker, he's got a seam, and he holds on to the football, gets taken down. What a run by Javion Walker. That was Kalen Norwood and Kyron Grimes making the stop.
And there was a little bit of miscommunication on the handoff there. It was pretty obvious. Weren't really sure where they were supposed to go, but kind of forced into it and found a seam.
PA going quickly. Walker again, this time goes nowhere. That's Caleb Smith. He has had one heck of a game so far. First time starting. He played quite a bit last year at outside linebacker and some defensive end, but he's really gotten the start here after, of course, the Senators have to make up for the loss of Caleb Doucette, an amazing edge rusher who had double-digit sacks last year. He's at Henderson State now. Look forward to watching him on Saturdays. Flip to Hancock. Hancock.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a hold.
Yeah, there's going to be a flag on the field, and that before the Senators made the stop.
I think that's going to be a hold on PA there. And I think it's exactly where that yellow flag is.
Hancock still on the ground, and Gittens motioning for a trainer to come check him out, and that's unfortunate, as Chase Hancock has been one of the that is holding on the offense. But Hancock has really had a solid night, converted a 2-point play earlier in the first half. And he's a guy that they have there's a lot of hype around him. He picked up a Division I offer earlier this spring, and he's a guy that's quick, and they're really wanting to see a lot from him this year. Hopefully he's all right, and yet looks like he's all right. Probably got shaken up on that tackle.
It was a 10-yard penalty, though, so now it's second and very long, 2nd and 20.
Yes, 2nd and 20 for the Bruins. Of course, not a great situation to be in for a rookie quarterback in a way. I mean, senior quarterback, William Sabota, first time as a high school starter, of course. He threw a few passes last year. Did not come away with any completions, though. He is 2 of 5 passing in his career up until this game for 55 yards. Of course, last year, 0 of 3 passing, 1 interception. He has 2 interceptions tonight, which were both pick sixes. But overall, I will say he's gotten the ball out quickly, and he's found some guys. He hasn't taken many sacks. He's done it, outside of those picks, he's done a pretty nice job, as well as you could hope for a guy that's never played much quarterback. Sabota going outside. He's going on the opposite side of the field. That ball not right there. Just not really in the hands of his running back. I believe that is Rayshawn Mitchell, the sophomore.
And again, we keep going back to this, but Robinson is just putting just enough pressure on Sabota to force him to scramble, to get him out of the pocket, and make these kind of ill-advised passes.
And Redmond chasing after the quarterback. Receiver downfield, but that pass way too far out in front. Sabota got up slowly there. Look, this is a guy that you do not want him to get banged up in the first game, and we're going to see something different here. The offense leaves the field on 4th and 20. I mean, it's smart. It's smart.
Absolutely.
But you don't ever see that with the Bruins.
But I'm also not fully convinced until I see this ball in the air.
Absolutely.
off of a foot.
Let's see first. It's going to be Gervin Doniger, the sophomore kicker and offensive lineman. He's going to kick, pass, run, something here. We'll see.
And you can tell Robinson is set up for that, too.
Yeah, they're prepared. Pressure underway. It's not a bad kick right there, on the left. Oh, that's a good kick for Doniger, especially under pressure. Goes right to the 31, between the 30 and 31-yard line. Let's call it 30 and a half. A solid punt right there by the Bruin kicker. Something we don't ever say much.
Has hell frozen over? Because, I mean, we just saw a kick.
A punt.
A punt.
From Pulaski Academy.
That's incredible.
Once in a blue moon, folks, you might as well frame it because it may not ever happen again. Will be first down for the Senators. Reese Simpson and company heading back out onto the field now.
I think that's a testament to the Robinson defense, though. You just forced the infamous no-kicking team to punt.
Exactly. Braylon Brown, the receiver, on the right side. Frampton and Grimes on the left side. Redmond playing some halfback. Deuce Williams at running back. He goes out wide. Here's Simpson throwing. That's got to be a penalty right there. I saw one of the receivers get tangled up with the defensive back. No call.
Now, there was an open field. There was a world where that could have turned into something bad for PA and something incredible for Robinson, but
I believe he was looking for Frampton there, either that or Braylon Brown. Brown heads to the sideline. We're going to see Trey Petty now on the field.
I believe it was Frampton.
Actually, no, it would have been Kyron Grimes he was looking for down the field. Really haven't seen a lot of Grimes as far as getting down the field. Only had about 45 receiving yards last season. It's a deep shot. It's going to be Frampton, and almost came away with a catch on the bounce.
Now, if he doesn't trip up over the top of who is that? If he doesn't trip up over the top of Colin Neal, he might actually have had a chance at getting that bobble.
Well, again, more different receivers out on the field. Petty on that right side with Grimes, and it's going to be Josiah Warrior Benson on the left side. And Jaden Todd also out there on the field. Of course, such a deep receiving core. We're going to see so many different players. We saw Aaron Freeman a little while ago. So 7 different wide receivers that I've noticed out on the field at any given time. It's Warrior Benson on the catch.
Yeah.
He breaks past the first man. It's going to be first down. He's still not down. Warrior Benson cannot be brought down. That's a grown man grab and grown man strength, and it's going to be a Senator first down.
And that is probably the first true time you can see why we were so high on this wide receiving core, because I mean, that's what they can do. They can fight through contact. That is not an easy catch to make either.
No. Well, and it's definitely not easy being wrapped up by multiple different Bruins and staying up. Grimes, Todd on the right side, Petty on the left. Deuce Williams, the running back. Simpson, the quarterback. He'll hand off to Deuce. Deuce.
It's a good game.
Right up the middle.
A little bit of, I believe, a couple yards.
Maybe about 3. Let's call it 2.
Give me 4.
No, we're not going to get 4. We're going to get 2. All right. A half of 4. That's all right. Outside of that, Deuce Williams, we've seen a couple Deuce Williams runs. Of course, he had that touchdown, but we have not seen any big breakaway runs quite yet, like we've seen with Javion Walker for the Bruins. Still waiting for those home run plays. Haven't seen a whole lot of them.
No, but you haven't seen a whole lot of home run plays in general from this team, and that
could
might
this
be
be
the first
one up to Petty and a little bit out in front of him. It was a great defensive play. I think that might be Bryce Gittens. Great coverage on the receiver. It's not easy to cover Trey Petty, the junior receiver. I'm hearing someone's car.
Yeah, I was focused on that. I kind of forgot to start talking.
It must be behind our press box. I'm not really sure. Someone needs to fix that. So people, if that is your car, go turn it off. Frampton, he's got the football on the right side. He's got blockers out in front. Frampton, they're not going to beat him. He's got track speed. He breaks some ankles. They trip him up, but Hakeem Frampton is doing it all over the field. Defense, offense, rushing, receiving. He does it all.
This is exactly why we wanted to highlight him. Hakeem Frampton is incredible. He's a track star. Literally, so is his dad.
Absolutely. He is a big-time track star. We do have a man down on the field, but you're right. Hakeem Frampton is a big-time track star. Track and field all-state this spring with the Robinson track and field squad alongside several of his Robinson teammates.
I think it's possible that that's Hakeem Frampton down right now, but I don't think it's anything too –
well, you know –
because he got up, walked, and then just sat down. I'm sure it's something
Well, it
minor.
was – he did take a hard hit.
He did hit the ground hard.
Actually, no, it's not Frampton. Frampton's on the sideline. What are you talking about, Will?
Oh, there he is. I couldn't see who that was. I didn't see Hakeem walk away.
So Hakeem Frampton is okay. William Stafford, come on now. The Robinson, I think maybe looks like Deuce Williams. He's all right.
Yeah, Deuce Williams. That will be him. Well, yeah, it is. Man, it's hard to see some of these numbers.
It is.
I know how beautiful these jerseys are, but it is very hard to see these numbers.
It is. It's best when, well, the PA jersey numbers are not easy too. Gold on white, it looks good, but it's tough.
And for the first time, Robinson is in the red zone on their own accord. Well, second time, I should say.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Well, third time, actually.
When was the first time?
First half.
It's been a long game.
First offensive possession. It did not result in a touchdown.
But that wasn't on their own accord, was it? Am I tripping?
Oh, you mean like they get
their own
started
accord.
and they work it down?
Yeah,
I
on
guess.
their own
Okay,
accord.
yes.
On their own accord.
Okay.
So second time, though, so it doesn't really matter.
Josiah Warrior Benson, the receiver on the left side. Todd on the right alongside Grimes and Petty. I believe that is Bryson Cunningham in at running back, and there's going to be a flag on the field. It may be on, I'm not really sure who this could be on. I saw a little bit of movement. It's going to be on the Senators, so they're going to be pushed back a few yards, so that was unfortunate.
Still within field goal range as well, so you're not too worried yet.
Well, yeah, definitely you're not. Of course, that's not what they want right here.
No, you want 7.
No. Well, 6, then 7. Simpson steps back to pass, looking downfield. He's got his man open. Oh, just through the fingertips of JWB.
I thought he had his hands on that one.
Yeah, he had the separation from the defensive backs, and it's unfortunate to drop, but it is third down, 3rd and 15 for the Senators. Let's see what they can do here. Aiden Scott comes in. Petty comes out.
Petty's
going to stay on. Warrior Benson's going to come out. So Petty on the left side, Todd and Grimes on the right side. Grimes in motion. Cuts back. Simpson, he steps back. He's got some time to throw. He found his running back. It's Bryson Cunningham finding the end zone. Bryson Cunningham. First touch, first score of his junior season. Congratulations, Bryson.
What a way to do it.
Absolutely. And only his second varsity catch. He only had one catch last year. Did not end up in a score. So first career receiving touchdown for the young run. Actually, first career touchdown for the running back.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Bryson Cunningham. I've been a big Bryson Cunningham fan since I saw him last season in the exhibition game against Fountain Lake. Thought he was fantastic. Of course, he was buried in a deep running back room as William Tate's going to knock that extra point through the uprights, and it will be 37-14. So we have seen some incredible play. And first of all, congratulations to Reese Simpson.
Yeah.
First passing touchdown of the season.
Huge congratulations.
He had one last year, I do believe, and And
I want to talk a little bit about Reese Simpson. We got to catch up with him on Wednesday during practice, and you can kind of see why. First of all, just off the pure production out of the offense on just that drive, you can kind of see why we were so high on him. But Reese Simpson is also super huge on him. He has told me that he is incredibly confident in this Robinson team. He believes it's one of the best teams that Robinson has put together ever, which is very high praise. And, of course, a reason we've been highlighting Hakeem Frampton so much is that Reese is a huge believer in Hakeem. He called him the best player in the state, which is very, very high praise. And I think it's hard to see. It's not hard to see why. But, I mean, when you have that much confidence in your team, you're going to have confidence on the field, and you're going to feel good about what your team's going to be able to do together.
A chip shot right to Wynn Wilson, the junior receiver. He goes down on one knee. And you're absolutely right. Look, Frampton, not only is he special because of his offers, but it's well known. He's already, by Prep Red Zone, been ranked as the number 2 player in the class of 2027, the number 1 athlete, just behind a quarterback, Hank Hendricks, pretty dang good quarterback coming out of Fayetteville. But as far as best players in Central Arkansas, it is Hakeem Frampton, definitely the number 1. He's a 3-star prospect, and
that's going to go up, I have a feeling.
I absolutely think. I mean, with all his offers and knowing all the major schools that want him, he's going to be definitely at least a 4-star before long. As that run goes up the middle, it's going to be just short of the first down.
Solid run. You know, if you're PA, that's kind of what you want to see. You want to see your offense move the sticks a little bit. It's kind of difficult when this Robinson defense has been so suffocating.
Second and short. It's going to be Gittens, I believe, and he's got a seam. He's got a not a touchdown. He's got a first down and a little bit more for the Bruins.
It's going to be Jaden Todd that knocks him out of bounds. Sticks do move, which we have not seen from PA in a long time.
No, they've been really haven't been able to move the ball a whole lot recently, and that may be the play that gets them going. I mean, look, Pulaski Academy, they're down by a lot right now, but they have always been a team that they just need a couple plays, and they're going to get going. Like Walker just will not go down. Javion Walker just always moving his feet.
We were talking to Mr. Tristan Harlan over on the PA broadcast, and he was saying Javion Walker is going to be the guy out of Pulaski Academy. He is strong. He's agile. I mean,
yeah, just a junior. But look, I mean, when he was a freshman, he had one game where he had 9 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah,
9, as we have an injured Senator on the field. But Javion Walker, just a junior. He was the junior high's leading rusher in 2023, had a game against Sheridan with 9 rushing touchdowns. Also, that game ended in a 74-66 win for the Bruins. That's a basketball score for sure. But he's coming off a year where he had 369 rushing yards, was the team's leading returning rusher. As that's Dominio Patterson. He's all right. He's up off the field on his own accord. It's good to see him getting off the field. I mean, we do not want to see a guy like that hurt.
6'5", 331 pounds
yeah.
of just pure muscle and, I mean, pure athleticism. That kid is athletic as you can get at that size.
And you can see why so many schools were wanting him. He's committed to the University of Tulsa, where he can probably play both D-line and offensive line like he does here. Pressure all over the place.
I think there's going to be a holding in here somewhere. And I was just about to point out that PA gave Sabota a little extra time there before Robinson finally peeked through, but it might be because of a holding.
Yep. That will be a holding call.
Sniped.
On Pierce Phelan, the senior offensive lineman. Second and 15 with 4:42 left to play in the third quarter. Man in motion is Gittens. Hand off to the running back and taken down immediately. Guess who? Caleb Smith. He's been all over the place on defense.
Man, Caleb Smith, absolutely. I mean, that was literally a perfect read out of him. And then Kalen Norwood as well has been a big highlight on defense for the Senators as well.
Kalen Smith only had 11 tackles last year. He's probably halfway there by now. And a nice juke by the running back. That's Rayshawn Mitchell.
It gives them a better chance at converting this fourth down.
You know, we've talked a lot about Javion Walker for the Bruins, but Rayshawn Mitchell is a guy who came up with that reception right there. They are really high on him. He has 4.5 speed as Coach Upgrove is going to take the timeout here. The first one they have used this half.
That's a good timeout there.
But Rayshawn Mitchell is a guy that they really like. They call him a mixture of Darren Sproles, and Dante Hall, both kind of undersized guys, as Mitchell's only listed at 5'5", 150 pounds as just a sophomore. But he's got some quicknesses. And if you know anything about NFL football, you know Dante Hall was highlight material, and Darren Sproles was the ultimate utility guy. But while we have a second, I'll give a little shout out to one of our sponsors, UAMS Health. So when orthopedic injuries happen, you need to get expert care now. At UAMS Health Ortho Now, they provide fast, convenient care for all of your orthopedic needs, from sports injuries to joint pain and beyond. No appointment needed. Walk in for immediate care, get on-site x-rays, and see the best in orthopedic care all in one place. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 6 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Don't wait in pain. Walk in today. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. Here's Sabota running for his life. He's running for his life and he's not taking it down just yet. He's going to get away. Oh my goodness, how could they let this happen?
He didn't get there.
I don't think he got there. He is short.
Yeah.
He is short. The officials have him short. Josiah Warrior Benson almost came away with the sack, but it's going to be a turnover on downs.
I think it's obvious he slid too early.
What's the call?
Yeah,
the Senators celebrating because they have the football.
Yeah, he slid a little too early there. He actually had a chance to make that. The problem is, if you don't know, quarterbacks are the least protected when it comes to
padding.
To padding, and so you can't take a lot of big hits, and he was about to get hit big there.
Well, he also has a college baseball career he's got to think about.
That too.
I mean, come on. I mean,
That too.
He's going to college at UCA for baseball, as he's a pretty good baseball player with the PA team. He pitches and is an outfielder. And Coach Lucas has talked about the challenges that Sabota is going to face as a starting quarterback. He was quoted by Hootens as saying it's going to be challenging because he'll have to learn all the reads, but he knows the system. He's very athletic. He has a strong arm and knows the routes. I mean, it's pretty clear. He's made some good plays tonight, but that offensive line has just not been able to hold up against that strong Senator, and not only strong, but fast Senator defensive line. Man in motion. Handoff to the running back. It's Bryson Cunningham. That's a pretty good run by Cunningham, maybe about 7 yards on the carry.
I think you're going to see a lot more of Cunningham throughout this season as well. Now, do not get me wrong, Deuce Williams is running back number one. However, Bryson Cunningham has a special career in front of him, especially at the high school level. You're going to see a lot more of him, even in those little screen passes, because on that touchdown he had just a few minutes ago, it was a set screen pass for him, and it worked out perfectly. You can see the speed in his feet. You can see how fast he can change momentum.
4.5 speed. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is for him. Of course, he was a 1,500-yard rusher with the junior high team in 2023, the same junior high team that went undefeated. Handoff again to Cunningham. That's going to be a first down and a little bit more. And look, Bryson Cunningham, he's got a touchdown. His first career varsity touchdown already today. But this is a guy that they have raved about, his explosiveness. And once Deuce Williams graduates and once Tank Reese graduates, he's going to be the guy. Fortunately, he's down on the field right now in some pain. The official checking in on him. Some of the trainers going out. We've had a lot of injuries so far. Really, everybody's been able to walk away, but he's wincing in some pain right now. It almost looked like he was holding his hand. I'm not really sure. So hope that everything's all right. Of course, that was a first down run. 3:02 left to play in the third quarter. Your Senators up by 23, 37-14.
The volleyball has found its way onto the track. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, there has been a volleyball.
Good throw. And you hit somebody in the head.
Yep. Yeah, volleyball that's been going around the stands throughout the student section. Take a look at the Senator huddle right there. Coach Upgrove with his squad. Actually, that may not be Coach Upgrove. I think he may be over checking in on Cunningham, who's getting up now. It looks like he's doing all right. And Bryshon Cunningham get some claps from the home crowd.
I'll watch him off the field here, see what happens.
Yeah, he is clenching the fist in his right hand, and you know, a lot of running backs I have noticed don't play with gloves. And one of the guys that I'm an alum of Ouachita Baptist University, and probably one of the best running backs to ever play for the Tigers is Kendall Givens, who's now an assistant or a running backs coach for Little Rock Christian just down the road. He did not play with gloves. I never understood it, but he was so incredible as Tank Reese loses his helmet but goes down after maybe a gain of 1 or either back to the line of scrimmage. He'll take a play off. So now we're going to see a new name coming onto the field at running back. It's William Moore. He played a little bit at running back last season. He had 3 rushes for 14 yards. He did find the end zone once and also had a long of 13 yards. We'll see if he can get a carry here.
It's looking like Bryshon Cunningham will be okay. I think he's just getting a wrap on his hand of some sort. I'm going to guess hopefully it's just a dislocation because he was still holding that hand, clenching it.
Simpson looking for Frampton. And he was looking over the wrong shoulder there as Frampton was definitely open.
There was green grass for the rest of that.
Petty, Todd, Freeman, the receivers out there for the Senators. Haven't seen Freeman. I actually haven't seen any of these guys come away with a catch so far. Hope to see it coming soon. It's 3rd and long, 3rd and 11 to be exact for the Senators. Simpson, he's got pass protection and defense all over him. It was looking for Petty, pleading for a penalty, but it was a great pass breakup. But number 5, J. Ricks Abernathy.
Now, it would probably not have been a first down as is, so.
And will be the 3rd punt of the evening.
I think you'd almost rather punt it from this spot than closer to the 35. Give yourself a little bit of extra room.
I will also note that Reese Simpson, as soon as he went to the sideline, he checked in with Hakeem Frampton. Of course, miscommunication on that route over the wrong shoulder. It was a great pass, just, again, wrong shoulder. Looks like they might have cleared some things up, and that's what you want to see with your quarterback and your star receiver. And this is actually going to be Josiah Warrior-Benson, the receiver, on the punt. Another great punt. They could have let it bounce a little bit more, but, again, it's inside the 10-yard line, right about the 8. So Josiah Warrior-Benson, we've seen some great play. We've seen him come away with a catch because, well, that's what he's going to UCA for. Yep. We've seen him come away with some tackles.
Yep.
I didn't know he had that in him, and I heard from Coach Upgrove that, you know, Warrior-Benson would be the backup punter behind Tate, and, well, he showed that he's got a leg.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, this is a team full of just athletes.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at, we've talked a lot about Hakeem Frampton, and hope you don't get tired of that name because we will be talking about that name all year long.
Yep.
Long as you keep joining us each Friday night.
They will be.
But
we actually have a new quarterback in. That may be a safety. Let's see what they say. Actually, no, he's going to be right inside the 1-yard line.
Yeah, I think it's going to be I lost of words here.
What?
I give up.
Okay. It will be 2nd and 15. Right.
Forward motion. Got it.
Right up against the end zone.
No.
Empty set here for the Bruins. Now Walker goes in motion. It's going to be handoff to Walker. He's got it up the side, and big hit there. He went flying, and he gets it up to the 5-yard line, so about a 5-yard gain for the junior running back. I'm trying to see who the quarterback is for the Bruins. It might be it's probably Aaron Orgill, the sophomore quarterback, getting his first opportunity on varsity. And the Senators are going to take a timeout here. One of their defensive linemen was late getting off the field. I think that was Trayshawn King.
I did see defensive coordinator. I apologize. I do not know his name. Defensive coordinator for Joe T. Robinson went, my bad.
My goodness, dude, if you read my notes, it's right here. It's
co-defensive
coordinator.
I can't see.
Yeah.
I can't see.
It's Benjamin Shields and Trent Dunn.
But I saw one of
on their names.
I saw one of them. I couldn't tell who it was, but saying my bad because I believe it was Trayshawn King trying to get off the field, and I think he was called off at the very last second, so couldn't quite get off there, so they called that timeout. Whole team is dancing right now.
Well, it's YMCA playing over the intercom. I mean, how can you not? I mean, the fact that these are. I feel old that I know this song, and I'm like, I'm surprised these kids know this song.
Oh, this is like school dance. Go to a school dance when you're in like 4th
Absolutely.
grade, and this is what's playing. That and Cupid Shuffle.
And the wobble.
Yeah, the wobble.
Oh, those were the days. And the ball's loose. That's going to be a safety. That will be a safety.
That is a safety.
Hey, your cousin.
She got one.
She
got
said
one.
At some point there would be a safety. I don't think she knows what a safety is, but she said at some point there will be 2 points. Well, there was 2 points right there. 39-14 is your score. Now we have a light, so now you can read the notes,
Yeah,
Will. There
I
you
can
go.
actually see it now.
No excuses. My goodness. These people. All right. 39-14 is your score with 51 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Your Senators, of course, on top by 25. As it stands right now, it is looking like this is the year the Senators beat the Bruins.
As it looks right now. Can't.
No, I know. You can never count out the Bruins. That's why I said
Here's
as
the
it
replay
looks
going on right now. Ball was loose. And my goodness, was Robinson all over it immediately.
Absolutely. Well, ball was loose, recovered by the Bruins.
Now,
just the safety, but yeah.
That makes 2 pick sixes, an onside kick return for a touchdown, and now a safety. What more could you ask for from a defense and special teams?
I mean, look, they did allow 14 points in that first quarter, but the Senator defense cleaned up their act. They started playing better, and they put it together.
This might be one of the only times you'll ever see them have to kick. They have to.
Yeah, they do. So it's going to be Doniger on to kick the ball. And there's a Bruin, a little late get on the field.
And this is uncharted territory when it comes to PA. Not just the kicking part, but this score line. This is very uncharted.
It's going to be a kick right out of bounds. Will be a penalty.
I think. Oh, wait, no, it's
no.
Okay.
Right.
That's right, yeah.
It's just so weird watching PA kick the ball, and it's not an onside kick. It just doesn't feel right. I'm confused.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
I'm scared.
I'm fearful.
And actually, no, I'm not scared. I am excited. I'm excited.
I'm ecstatic.
This is an unbelievable display from the Robinson Senators. Let's be totally honest here. They have looked amazing on every end. Now, the offense took a little bit to wake up in the first half. To be fair, it took them a while to even get onto the field in the first place. But now they're woken up. You can kind of see a little bit more rhythm on both ends of the ball. I'm very excited, even for the rest of this game, but for the rest of the season.
Bryce Young Cunningham, the running back out on the field. Now he lines up at wide receiver. Simpson over the middle. It's Jackson Redmond.
No way.
Jackson Redmond.
Keep going, Jackson Redmond.
Jackson Redmond
for the touchdown
against his former team. What a play. And the Senators can't get enough.
And they've taken him down onto the ground.
They can't get enough of their new teammate. My goodness, he can do it on defense, but guess what? He can do it on offense. Good hands.
I know we've had
What a play call.
I know we've had some unbelievable plays, but that might be my favorite one of the game. I'm not going to lie to you. That is incredible. That's poetic. That is Jackson Redmond, who who you just mentioned, came from PA, transferred to Robinson. He has defense.
Yep.
He is a quarterback hunter, and he just scored a touchdown.
Yep.
A design touchdown for him.
Yep.
That's unbelievable.
16 sacks a year ago. I don't think he even had a touchdown. I don't think he had a catch on offense last year. He may not have even played on offense, as Tate's going to nail that one through the uprights. Another converted extra point for William Tate. And we're seeing it all. We have seen some incredible two-way play. We've seen Hakeem Frampton make plays on both sides of the ball. We've seen Tank Reese get a few touches at running back and make some tackles on defense. We've seen Josiah Warrior Benson make some tackles and come away with a catch or two. Now we have seen, Deuce Williams, of course. Now we have seen Jackson Redmond, one of the least likely guys to get the football on that Senator. I mean, look at all the playmakers.
Hey, that makes a second receiving touchdown.
Passing touchdown for Reese Simpson.
Yeah.
So already his career high in passing touchdowns in a game. Beat his previous career high of, one. But a good debut for Reese Simpson. As you can tell, he's getting more and more comfortable. I will also note he's getting that ball out very quickly. He's not holding on to the football long. That is a good sign because the Senators will be up against some good defensive lines throughout the year. And Tate is going to kick here. It's going to be another short one right to the – and he just kind of fell on top of it. It's going to be Bailey Lowe, the sophomore receiver, coming away with it. So the Bruins have pretty good field position, but, of course, no William Sabota at quarterback. It's still going to be Aaron Orgill, I believe. I think that says 18. Yeah, that's going to be Aaron Orgill, the sophomore quarterback. Coach Lucas is raved about him.
I have just been told.
What's that?
35 is mercy rule. We are 3 points away from mercy.
Well, that's something for the clock to just keep on rolling. This is definitely not what a lot of people thought when Robinson was matched up against PA. It's going to be tossed back. It's going to be Mason Greathouse, the senior receiver. He's got nowhere to go. Big hit. Going down hard. Lost 5. Great defense anticipation by the Senators. And unfortunately, there is a Senator down on the field. The officials will take a timeout here, but we haven't really seen a lot of Aaron Orgill, the backup quarterback for the Bruins. He hasn't really thrown a lot of passes, but like I said, Lucas has raved about him. Since he can get out of the pocket and throw on the run, that's something that, of course, they're big. Of course, they're huge into quarterback development, and their plan was a little different this year. After Brandon Cobb, they didn't really have a great solution at quarterback, so they went with William Sabota, the great baseball player, and he's looked good at times tonight, but then again, he's, first-time quarterback. Maybe Aaron Orgill is that guy in the future. There's some other guys on the roster that are also listed at quarterback, and including Hunter Ardwan, also plays some wide receiver. So, that's always the question as the injured Senator is coming off the field. That looks like that's Kyron Grimes. Is that, no, that is Damon Sally coming off the field right now. He's made some plays tonight in his Senator debut. Looks like he's doing all right.
Now, we've been raving about this defense the entire night, and it's hard not to.
Yeah.
But what I do want to point out, 14 points were scored by PA, and that's it, and it was in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And we are about to reach the end of the third quarter, and barring any, unbelievable plays to end this quarter, you're looking at 3 quarters of unbelievable play.
And scoreless football on PA's end. Here's Orgill. He's going to throw now. It's going to be a deep ball, and it was closer to the DB than anybody, but it was over the receiver's head. It's going to be third down now and long. 3rd and 17 for the Bruins with 17 seconds left to play in the period. Bruins ready to go here. 4 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left. Orgill taking his time. He got wrapped up and still made the throw, but could not come away with the catch. Just up and over Max Conine's head. It's going to be 4th down now with 10 seconds left to play. 4th and 16, it looks like. Of course, still going for it here. Orgill's going to hand off. It's going to be a trick play. Flea flicker. Deep pass down the field. Is it going to get picked off? Yes, it will. What a...
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh. Bryce Gittens.
How did he get that ball?
He ripped the
Oh,
ball
my goodness.
from his hands. Oh, my word.
Sometimes you just have to tip the cap. Sometimes you just have to say, unbelievable.
Look, I will say, when Anthony Lucas, a Razorback receiving legend, is your head coach, you better believe your receivers need to be pretty good as well. We saw Mason Greathouse with a great catch earlier as the third quarter comes to a close, and now we've seen it for Bryce Gittens. And, of course, the end of the third period, your score, 46-14 with your Senators on top as we head into the final quarter of play. Don't go anywhere. We have more Senator football right after this.
I would say school choice is a great option. You can do your research like we did, visit with other parents that have children in the district. We visited the schools before we made the choice to come here. We chose to school choice because we have had such a great experience here. Teachers, staff have been so helpful and reassuring, and we've been forever grateful for it. And I'd do it all over again. PCSSD is a great option no matter where you live.
And welcome back to the Robinson Sports Network, presented by UAMS Health and by First Community Bank, where community comes first. And of course, 46-14 is your score as we enter the final quarter of play. You were mentioning earlier in the third, late in the third, this is going to probably be 14 is probably going to be all that PA has unless something crazy happens. We saw something crazy happen earlier. What
that's
a
another
great
crazy
catch. Man, what a catch. I believe that's Chase Hancock, the sophomore, making the grab on that right side. But Aaron Orgill making some plays here. Of course, Bryce Gittin coming with a huge catch. He's going to shovel it off to his receiver and goes nowhere. And here's the thing that I was talking about earlier. William Sobota was the quarterback that they went with, the former All-State wide receiver, UCA baseball commit, but he's a senior. What do they do at quarterback next year?
Absolutely.
What do you think, Will? What we've seen so far, is it Aaron Orgill?
I'm feeling Orgill now.
And it's going to be a huge hit. Ball's loose. Ball's loose. The Senators jumped on it. Let's see who has it.
I believe it's going to be still going PA's way, but
yeah, he might have been down before the ball went out.
He got hit hard.
He did get hard, and he's still down. And I saw that replay there, hard hit on the running back. I can't tell who that was that got the carry there. I don't think it was Javion Walker. I think it was somebody different. See, I'm trying to look at our replay system here. Yeah, I still can't see the number very well.
Everyone, they just...
So that was Javion Walker down on the field, but he is up, and he is being helped off the field with an applause from both sides, from both stands. Great to see him up. That was definitely a pretty scary situation, but definitely the best case scenario right there, seeing him walk off the field. It's good to see that, and
not quite on his own power, but enough to walk on his own 2 feet to be able to get off the field.
Well, it's got to be a scary situation for his teammates, his brothers that have been fighting alongside him all summer, all spring, and
all night now.
Yeah, and of course he's had such a great night, and we hope to see him back out on the field. Hopefully this is not as bad as it may have looked, but definitely hope that he's all right and he's ready to get back going, and he's doing okay. But just hope that nothing else like this happens. Definitely for the rest of the season, but certainly tonight, and that's got to be in the back of the minds of all these players, even for Robinson. Got to be thinking about that. That's something we forget about sometimes with football. It can be such a safety issue every now and then, and so just hope that all these players just doing whatever they can to stay safe. And I know these trainers are working really hard.
Well, it looks like.
Well, that was fourth
number
down.
11.
Yeah, that's Reese Simpson.
Okay, so it was fourth down.
I believe it was fourth down. It was turnover.
Sorry, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it has been a few minutes since we had play, but play will be resuming now. And Reese Simpson
and to Javion Walker's family, praying for you. Again very happy to see him up and moving. Obviously responsive. It's a very big deal. Oh, my goodness.
And Simpson, he's going to go deep. It got picked off. Picked off by the defense. That's Hartford low. And he lost the ball out of bounds, but he will be down about maybe 23. Oh, there's flags on the field. Probably some extracurriculars.
No, you're good.
We'll see what the call is and who it's on.
I couldn't tell off the replay.
Well, the Bruins are moving up. It may be against them. They've moved back quite a bit. So, yep. Was a personal foul. They lost 15 there by somebody on Pulaski Academy returning the football. So,
they get another chance at it.
Yeah, the Bruins still have the football. They're not as close as they were, knocking on the door of the red zone. Now they're knocking on the door of the 35-yard line as they are right about the 37. The quarterback is Aaron Orgill, still the backup. Has made some pretty good plays so far. That's Mitchell, the running back in motion. Orgill's got to get it away. He's got it to Hancock. Hancock, he's got some serious speed, runs out of bounds, stops the clock at 10:58.
And I'm not so sure that was much on Orgill's part, more than it was just a bad read on the defense, or a bad read for the defense, I should say. Didn't seem like anybody was around to receive him.
No, absolutely not. And Orgill, I'm sure he's already discovered, like Sabota, he's going to get pressured every play. Now that he's the backup quarterback, everybody's going to try to test him. Orgill. And he's going to be, he still got it away. Mitchell could not hold on to the football, though.
I thought he was going to hold on to that there for a second.
Will be 3rd and 4 from the 31. Orgill gets it out to his running back. It's Mitchell, who's got the first down. Got pulled down immediately after crossing over that plane. Will be 1st and 10 now from the 30. Excuse me, the 25.
Now, I will admit to you, these type of plays can be dangerous for PA due to the running clock. If you can't get out of bounds.
And immediately taken down. Guess who? Caleb Smith.
Caleb Smith, man. Having himself a game.
Absolutely, a career game from the senior. Did not mean to cut you off, but that was really Caleb Smith's fault. 3-yard loss on the play. Men in motion. 4 receivers on the left side. Orgill, he's going to move left. He's looking for somebody down the field. He found a man open.
It's not quite a first down,
Not quite the first down. I believe that is number 11, Wynn Wilson, his first catch of the evening. Wynn had 8 catches last season, 80 yards and a touchdown.
Love the name.
Absolutely, definitely part of the all-name team. I wonder if someone's done that for Arkansas High School. I know people do it all the time for college.
My turn to do it.
And Orgill somehow gets away, and he's going to be brought down, but not before picking up the first down. It was a good run by Orgill, a strong run by the sophomore quarterback. He's looking pretty good. I mean, if you're a Bruin fan, you could be looking at the face of your team next year with Aaron Orgill.
And he's looked very, very good.
He's been accurate. He's been calm under pressure. He's stepped up when he needs to. He gets it out quickly just like he has there. Hancock trying to follow his blockers. Didn't get much there, maybe a yard.
Finally got out of bounds, though.
2. Yeah, he was definitely looking for something to develop and never did. 8:53 left to play in the ball game. 46-14 is still your score. Orgill moving out right. Steps up. He got batted.
Yeah.
Got hit. Let's see who that quarterback hit goes to. It might have been on Tank Reese. Might have been Caleb Smith. Or maybe Jackson Redmond. I'm not really sure, but that defense has been having a heck of a game, and they haven't exactly been put in the best situations.
It's actually going to be Warrior Benson.
Okay, Warrior Benson making the big play there.
That's exactly who it was, Warrior Benson. And again, triple threat.
Yep, starting receiver, backup punter. Maybe even a starting linebacker. Running back, he got tripped up there.
Great tackle.
That was Tank Reese, of course. A guy that's always going to come away with the tackle.
And now it's 4th down. Now we did see them convert an unbelievable 4th down a minute ago.
We'll see if they can do it here as they are right inside the red zone. It is 4th and 5 from the 7-yard line. Orgill moving right. Under pressure, got to get it to somebody, got it to nobody, and it will be Senator football.
And I'm not sure who covered that last man over on the far side, but there was an open man there for just a few seconds, but it's very possible Orgill got a little shaken by that man, and I think that's exactly what happened.
Excellent coverage by the Senators who, we've been raving about their wide receiver core. A lot of those same receivers play defensive back.
Yeah.
And they show just how great they are on that side of the football as well, keeping the Bruins scoreless in the last 3 quarters so far. And it looks like Reese Simpson will remain at quarterback. They still want to get him some reps. He's got to shake off that interception.
It's one of those interceptions you don't really remember.
Oh, you can't. Not in that situation. You get the ball right back. You don't allow a score. So it works out in your favor. Hand off to the running back. That's Cunningham. He went up the middle there. He got a couple yards out of that one.
I think you're going to see a lot of – there's not going to be too many passing plays out here on this drive. I think it's going to just be kind of run the clock down, get out of this one. The bugs are in full swing tonight, guys.
Yeah, the bugs all over the stadium lights.
I need it to be cold outside,
It's getting there, I can tell. Now, we're going to probably have maybe a month or so of it going back to being hot because that's just what happens here in Arkansas. But
yeah,
but it gets cold eventually. Cunningham, nice little run there. Gets maybe 3 yards.
I think the official start of fall is September 22nd. So
Okay. All right. It's right around the corner.
There you go.
Yeah, but of course, football always means it's close to Christmas.
Very true.
Yeah. So,
Very true.
Yep. Always look forward to Christmas. And if you're a basketball fan, it means basketball is just a couple months away.
Let's go Raptors. Yeah, you're a Thunder fan.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you guys have a ring too, so don't act like it's
Oh,
that
best night of
awful.
one of the best nights of my life. And I'm married.
Oh, I hope she's not listening to the broadcast. A nice dart out to the left side. Simpson with a completion. I'm trying to see who that is. That's going to be Braylon Brown. So congratulations. First varsity catch for Braylon Brown, a guy that have a lot of hype around. He picked up some big offers this summer from Southern Mississippi, Memphis, and from Kentucky. Some big-time D1 offers for the young sophomore, who up until now had not played varsity football. It's going to be handoff to the running back. It's Cunningham again. Actually, yeah, it will be Cunningham. He got a few yards there. Maybe about 4, maybe about 3. Yeah, it will be 4. So 2nd and 6.
And to be honest, this offense has found their rhythm in this second half. But obviously the biggest thing in this game was this Senator defense, man. Absolutely unbelievable. I would say it's almost perfect. I think, everyone, you're going to have some lapses. If you can find a defense that was perfect in a day at any level, you let me know. But this has been very close to perfect, especially for a first night, especially for the first game of the season against a very good PA team.
Another run up the middle for Cunningham. He's getting a lot of touches here in the second half. It will be 3rd and short.
Now, I do want to point out that Deuce Williams did have 11 touchdowns last year. He has 3 tonight.
Yeah.
So that's just.
Oh, no. That's not even the right number. That's 11 rushing touchdowns. Then he had 3 receiving touchdowns.
That's what it was.
2 defensive touchdowns and at least 1 special teams touchdown. I mean, the dude was.
But still absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
Another run. It's going to be Cunningham. Cunningham looking to break free. Cunningham trying to beat the Bruins up the right side. Goes out of bounds.
And he runs out.
Yeah, Cunningham looking really good, showing off that track speed. And Coach Up has talked about just how explosive this guy is. Again, 4.5 speed. Already has a touchdown tonight. He's looking to add more.
I mean, hey, man, in 2023 on the junior high team, I mean, have 1,500 rushing yards, 27 touchdowns.
I mean, he is
That's unbelievable.
So talented for a team that had some. I mean, Reese Simpson was the quarterback that year. They were undefeated. I don't know if Braylon Brown was a part of that team at that time, but, man, that was a great team, and a lot of those guys playing varsity tonight.
Yes, he was.
Freeman. Now it's going to be Cunningham. Close to a first down. I think it's going to be 2nd and short now. It was another solid run by the junior. He'll come off the field for a second, and we'll see somebody new at running back. What's up?
I think it's about the time.
I think it's about time we can finally admit this is the first time in at least 12 years that the Joe T. Robinson Senators have beaten the Pulaski Academy Bruins.
I'm just saying, this is my first game as for Robinson. I'm just saying.
Are you the good luck charm?
I might be.
Oh, deep pass downfield. Just a little bit too far in front of his receiver. That was Braylon Brown.
I saw the vision, Reese. This actually gives me a good opportunity to talk about my connection to Reese. Mm-hmm. I realize I can't talk about where, but he so happens. My little brother is a manager at an establishment, and Reese happens to work for my brother as a manager. So when I first met him, he immediately came up to me, and he was like, you sound just like your brother. You sound just like Alex.
Yeah.
And which is a hilarious little tidbit because I had no idea until about 2 weeks ago when I texted you saying that my brother had Reese.
As an employee.
Pretty crazy, man.
That is pretty cool. Simpson, handoff. Oh, it's going to be Big Pat. Big Pat. Oh, Big Pat. Oh, he's looking for the end zone. Oh, it's Dominio Patterson. Touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Oh,
goodness.
Oh, the man of many talents, Dominio Patterson. Yes. 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 Oh, he can play O-line, he can play D-line, but guess what, Tulsa? He can play running back! Oh, my goodness. Oh, play of the game right there, Dominio Patterson.
Wow, that I was just about to keep talking about Reese, how good of a kid he was.
Goodness.
And then Dominio Patterson, man.
That's got to be his first career touchdown. Didn't even have a chance to celebrate yet. I think he's on special teams over there. Oh, my goodness.
Let the man breathe.
Oh, yeah. Let it.
He's crouched, man.
He's
out.
Yeah.
He's out, man.
Oh, my goodness. The athleticism on full display for Big Pat. And
he's back in. He's back into it.
Oh, of course. He's going to do his job. And Tate got it to go.
Big Pat, man. Well done. Unbelievable.
Oh, my goodness. Dominio Patterson. I don't know if his first career touchdown as he moved from the Helena area, but first career touchdown with the Senators
that
now
might
in
be
his
play of the
second
game.
year. Oh my goodness!
Wow.
We have
just pulling all the tricks out.
We have
man.
a nice close up of Patterson as well, but man, that was great to see.
The replay going on now. I mean, he just kept going. He wanted it so bad.
And he got it. Every offensive lineman's dream. You block, you make it easy for those running backs who always find the end zone. You never think you're going to do the same, too. I mean, man, that was fantastic to see.
So we have Jackson Redmond score for the first time.
Yeah.
Now we have Big Pat scoring for the first time.
Yeah. Wow.
There are so many plays in this that you could say are play of the game, but that might be my choice right there.
It's the people's choice. That's absolutely sure. Wow.
It's being said in chat, think he got a defensive touchdown last year, but this we can probably safely confirm that that's his first offensive touchdown.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, MD Austin. I appreciate that.
There were a lot of defensive touchdowns last year.
There's been a lot of defensive touchdowns this year
oh,
already.
Oh, my goodness. Yep. Going to be a chip shot. Going down immediately. Well, running clock at 3:10 now. 53-14 is your score.
And that's going to be sportsmanship rule right there. It's going to running clock.
Yep, running clock. Who would have thought that there would be a running clock at the end of the Robinson PA game and PA would not be on top? Well, we thought that.
Yeah. We came into this game hyping up how talented this Robinson team is, and this genuinely shows. Like, this is probably one of the best examples I've ever seen for anything when you're talking about how athletic and how good a team is overall. Absolute. I mean, this has been a treat to watch.
But here's the thing. We have not even seen them play their best football. That is the crazy thing. We've seen an interception. We've seen them have to punt 3 times. This is not the best that they can play, but it's pretty dang good. That is absolutely for sure. We're seeing a lot of new names on the field defensively for the Senators. Football's out. Could the Senators have another possession? I don't think so. I think the Bruins.
I do want to talk about the chat here for a second because there's a lot of alumni in this chat right now. And everyone, none of these alumni in this chat right now have ever seen PA lose to Robinson until tonight. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. And I highly suggest you tune in every single Friday because this is a very, very good Senator team.
Another run up the middle for the running back. That was a really good run. That's Rayshawn Mitchell with the run. Look, I mean, these two teams used to be conference foes when they used to be 4A, and then they reclassification happened, and it's been 12 years of non-conference matchups between these teams. 12 victories for the Bruins, and before that, victories as conference foes, and a long, long time coming. I wonder if Benton can do it in the Salt Bowl. I think that's going on today, right?
It is, actually.
Yeah, try to find
that
score.
I can take a look.
I'm curious. Bryant's been king in that Salt Bowl. I mean, he gets a lot of news coverage every single year, and curious if the outcome's any different.
Yeah, absolutely. I will take a look at that.
Handoff to the running back again. It's Mitchell. Mitchell beating the Senators. Rayshawn Mitchell looking pretty good here. Actually, that's not Rayshawn Mitchell. Excuse me, that's Colin Hood. Colin Hood's gotten a few catches or attempts over his career. Speaking of former Benton Panthers, Colin Hood used to play for the Panthers pre-2023. He's pretty explosive himself. It's Orgill looking. He gets it. And broken up by the defense.
And if you want to update real quick, Bryant 40, Benton 10. That is game over.
Okay. Well, I gave Benton a little bit too much credit there. And guess what? Your Senators on the board for the first time in who knows however long. A victory over the Bruins of Pulaski Academy.
What an absolutely unbelievable way to start your head coaching career for Tyler
Upgrove. Coach Up, congratulations. First victory of your head coaching career.
That's going to be a really fun interview.
We cannot wait to talk to him next week, because chances are he's going to be like, it's cool. We're just heading, taking one game at a time. That tonight it's going to be all celebration. It's all sportsmanship right now, but when you have not beaten a former conference foe in, I don't know if they've beaten them in the 21st century. I don't know. But as far as anybody can remember, this is the first time that the Senators have beaten the Bruins. And guess what? This is a Bruin football team that is 7A. Second year in 7A after having a pretty good season last year. But, okay, well, we can go ahead. The celebration's happening right now, but, look, we got to identify our player of the game.
Now, I feel like normally we would choose an offensive and a defensive, but I think tonight there's one.
Yeah.
And it's Kevin Deuce Williams.
Yeah.
That's the easy one. You have 3 touchdowns, all in different ways. You have special teams on a returned kick. Returned onside kick, but still a returned kick. You have a pick six and a receiving touchdown.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable. No, I'm sorry, a running touchdown. That was a rushing touchdown. But still, absolutely unbelievable game out of him. He was used perfectly. That's the player of the game, no matter what. That right there as well is my choice for the Natural State Sports Network Player of the Week.
Yeah,
in all honesty, because he played lights out everywhere.
Well, you couldn't ask for better play from him.
No.
Your goal every time you have the football, or even when you don't, you want to have, every time the football is in your hands, you want to find the house.
Absolutely.
He did that 3 times in 3 different ways.
That's
just how versatile of a player that Deuce Williams is. That's why colleges like UCA, FIU, and Sacramento State are offering him. And look,
if you don't know football, it is so hard to understand how difficult that is to do.
It is extremely difficult.
3 different ways is unreal, especially at the high school level.
Ultimate athlete right there. And we haven't even mentioned some of the other great players. Hakeem Frampton, pick 6 in the first half. Dominio Patterson, first Senator career rush and rushing touchdown. And then Reese Simpson, a couple of passing touchdowns. He did have that 1 interception, but guess what? It's his first career start. He played pretty well. Just so many incredible plays. Braylon Brown had a catch. We saw Josiah Warrior Benson make some plays. Caleb Smith was an animal coming off the edge tonight. And that offensive line held up. Reese Simpson, correct me if I'm wrong, did not get sacked tonight.
Nope. Not once.
Dominio Patterson, C.J. Bryant, Fisher Taylor, Jaden Boston, that entire crew, a great offensive line performance tonight. And then William Tate was pretty solid, extra point as well. Just so many things went right tonight. And guess what? I thought it was going to be a really close game after that first quarter. It was tied at 14 apiece. Well, that Senator defense, if we could just give a defensive or a game, a player, whatever, award to something, I'd give it to that entire defense.
Absolutely.
Or I would give it to the defensive coordinators of the Senators, Benjamin Shields and Trent Dunn. They're also stepping up into this role for the first time, as Tyler Upgrove had been the defensive coordinator for the last 3 or 4 years for the Senators, and now they have some new guys running that defense, and they certainly look pretty good tonight. My goodness, just so many things went right tonight. Pulaski Academy, they played hard. It's going to be a difficult season for them because, look, new quarterback, inexperienced quarterback, new inexperienced offensive line, different inexperienced weapons, but they look good at times. Obviously, the Senators were just all over the place. There was not much that they could do about that. But, again, huge shout-out to Deuce Williams, player of the game, Natural State player of the week, and 5A player of the year. That's my bet.
When you think about it, Deuce beat PA on his own.
I mean, he essentially did. He had 20 – he had 18 points.
18 points.
18 points by himself. And – man, I'm so happy for Dominio Patterson.
Dude, unbelievable.
Oh, my goodness. That makes my heart happy.
I will not forget that one.
And Jackson Redmond finding the end zone, the linebacker. I mean, that's just
normally
incredible.
we would go after, clip some things and post them or whatever. I have so many to choose from here.
Exactly.
I might need to post like 8 or 9.
Yep.
Unbelievable
So
game.
many great plays, and it's a joy to be back. Friday Night Lights, it's hard to beat it. No, you can't even beat it.
No, absolutely not.
You cannot beat Friday Night Lights, especially when it is the Robinson Senators that you are commentating, especially when it is the lights at the Charlie George Stadium on the campus of Joe T. Robinson High School. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I'm Chris Gay. This is Will Stafford. Again, thank you so much. Next week, we have Jonesboro right here at Charlie George Stadium. They're a pretty good team coming out of 6A. We'll see what happens. They beat PA in a benefit game, so that should be a good one to watch. Again, thank you all for tuning in tonight. Be safe out there. Have a great evening, and go Senators!